Wow. And we are on the air. Well, on YouTube, you would say.
Look, that's the air these days.
Yes.
I mean,
Doug Mouton, Fletcher Mackel, these are the 63rd Annual Excellence in Journalism Awards from the Press Club of New Orleans.
That's true. And here's the thing. We're going to have a lot of energy because I feel like maybe this is the last year we're going to do this virtually. I really think that we'll be back at the Higgins Hotel next year, all in person, having a grand gala like always. Last year we didn't have it. This year we didn't have it. We also didn't have some dramatic open with music. It just opened up with you saying hello.
I know. Well, look, just to recap everything, we had an event planned. We were selling tickets, and we had to cancel at the last minute when COVID got really bad. We just happened to be in that window where just COVID killed us. Everything was canceled. We had to cancel. All right, look, I want to give everybody a quick rundown of what we're doing. We are starting with the first award at 7:10. That's when we're going to begin. For now, we're filling a little bit. We got a few things we want to tell you off the bat. But what's sad about canceling was the hotel deal seems awesome, right?
Yeah. So David Baker, our president, who you're going to hear from in a few minutes here, we have some guests joining us tonight as well. The hotel and the party we were going to have, it was my first year kind of being a part of that.
A big part.
I was so excited that in 2020 we were supposed to be at the Higgins Hotel at the World War II Museum. It had just opened. They were excited to have us. So we said, let's do it again in 2021. We were at the 1 yard line. Then the Delta variant kind of sacked us since we're both sports people. And it was just such a great night that we were going to have. So next year, third time is a charm at the Higgins Hotel.
The Higgins Hotel is where we want to go next year.
We're hoping to be back next year.
And they were incredibly gracious, let us bail without any kind of penalty, so thanks to them. All right, first thing we want to do, we want to bring in Loyola's new director of the School of Mass Communications and Design, Dr. Cheryl Kennedy Heidel. Dr. Heidel.
Hello everyone. Welcome. We are thrilled to have the Press Club of New Orleans here at Loyola University in the School of Communication and Design. I want to say not only have a great night and congratulations to the winners, I also want to thank Fletcher and Doug for hosting. I want to shout out the board, especially Mary Stays and Laura Jane, who are also on this incredible faculty that we have here. And let me not forget our students who are making it all work smoothly behind the scenes. They are quite an impressive group, and do not forget about them when it's time for internships and jobs. So again, thank you for allowing us, meaning Loyola School of Communication and Design, to be a part of this very special night. I hope everyone enjoys themselves, and we'll see you soon. I'll pitch it back over to Fletcher and Doug.
Well, thank you very much. And look, first of all, we do want to say thank you so much. Loyola hosted us last year, and we did this. We didn't know what it was going to look like, and it came out okay. I'm not going to say it's good. I mean, it's me and Fletcher for 2 hours, but it came out okay. We got the winners in. It wasn't embarrassing, and it was okay.
No, look, we have so many great people. And Doug and I went through the show last night, so I saw the winners and the finalists, and we have so much great work. So many people did so many amazing things during COVID, during the pandemic, a lot of great work during the storms that we've had. So recognizing this work in the outstanding work that people did during the 2020 calendar year is important, and we are hopefully going to recognize that and do the best we can. So many people have had to adjust during the pandemic and alter what they did and how they have done it. I mean, I've been working at home for like a year and a half. So again, it's one of those things that we're going to do the best we can. We've got some great people we're going to recognize here, and I am excited to at least be with you because, again, I always say this. I am hyper and have a lot of energy, but you even bring my energy up to a different level.
Wow. You know, Jamie Mouton says that when we talk on the phone, you're the one person she's met in our married lives, 33 years, that talks more than me.
I could talk more than you.
One person.
I said energy, like from an energy perspective.
Yes.
I am usually the at the 10, but I'm glad you're at an 11 because I had a big. So here's the thing. Doug has this coffee mug. I just had a coffee. I am locked in and ready to go. But I will say this. David Baker brought some wine over there.
Yes.
By the end of the night, or when we
yeah.
have an intermission or two,
yeah.
there is a chance I'm going to have him pour me some of that red before we wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm with you. We'll do that in the first intermission. Look, here's what we're going to do because we want the Loyola students to get the experience of working on a live show like this. We've broken the awards down into 6 chunks. It's all the regular awards. It's about 15 awards at a time we'll do them. We'll take a little break in between. But we're going to take, I guess we're going to play like a hockey game. It'll be 3 periods where we'll do with 2 intermissions, so that the
brief intermissions,
3-minute intermission, so that the Loyola students can change jobs and get the experience. And again, they did a spectacular job for us last year here at Loyola. Whether you like me or Fletcher, that's one thing, but their end of it was technically perfect and went astoundingly well, thanks to Albert DuPont, who's sort of running the show. Albert does a spectacular job. We're going to hear from Mary Stays in a minute. But look, here's the one thing I do want to say before we start, too. And Fletcher kind of touched on this briefly. The work that comes out of New Orleans is unbelievably good. We have roughly 15 press clubs that judge for us across the country, and then I wind up doing judging for those 15 clubs. They send me stuff. By the way, anybody who wants to, if you're a press club member and you want to judge, let me know, and I will send you categories within your area of specialization. I'd love as much help as I can get. But the quality of work that comes out of New Orleans, and I'm talking about across the board, is unbelievably good. Look, I think all of us are incredibly competitive every day. This is the one time, and it's the one thing about the press club that we can sort of celebrate each other, recognize our rock stars that work in this market, because we've got a bunch of them, and give awards to some really quality work. And for one night, it's not about the competition, although everybody wants to win. It's more about sort of celebrating what this group of journalists in New Orleans puts out every year. Because I'm telling you, I judge far bigger markets, and I'm constantly giving first place awards and thinking, this wouldn't be in the top 3 in our awards.
No, I agree. And going through the awards, and Doug will get more into this as we go along, some of our categories are ultra competitive.
Yeah.
In general news reporting, there may be dozens of submissions.
Yeah.
So if you're on the medal stand, first, second, or third, you've really done an outstanding job. Not every category is that chock full, but there are some categories that we have in print, in photography, and television categories that get dozens of submissions. And I agree with Doug. I don't know how they pick a top 3 sometime. And then also a moment of levity here. I mean, if I have to read Doug Mouton's name, the energy may not be there. It's like, great. Doug Mouton won.
Right.
But I'm going to still at least be happy for him in some capacity tonight.
Yeah, we'll try. All right. We're going to bring in a new thing we weren't able to do last year. But one of the Loyola professors here is Mary Stays, who I worked with at Channel 4. Mary is brilliant and wonderful, and she teaches social media here at Loyola. She's a great person to learn it from. And Mary is going to be monitoring our YouTube page, our YouTube stream for the chat. Mary, what are you going to be looking for?
Well, we're just starting, so I'm really looking for who is here. And so far in the chat, David Grunfield has said a little bit. Peter Mayer is here. The Earnhardt group is here. We know it's the beginning of the show, but we've already got almost 60 people watching, and I know that number is going to go up because you guys are going to share the link. You're going to tell your friends to watch. We know it's early. Tell them, come on. Part of the fun of the Press Club Awards, and we really, really miss this in person, is Kiki in the audience, right? We want you to do that. We want you to do that in the chat. It's allowed this time, guys. So I'm here. Come talk to me. Talk to Doug. We don't know if that's wine yet, David, in Doug's cup, but it will be, maybe, later as the show goes on. And I'll be popping in and out throughout the show. I'll be talking to you guys. I can't wait to see who's here. I can't wait to see who wins. This is going to be a really exciting night, and we are happy to have you guys watching.
7:08, Fletcher. We're less than 2 minutes away from being able to start. Mary, thank you. Mary works for very local New Orleans. We should say that. Yeah. She, which is the Hearst.
It's in the Hearst family
in
of
the Hearst family,
so
right?
To say, yes.
It's not Channel 6's
It's
web,
not, no.
but it's also a Hearst property working in New Orleans.
It's true, and they have a new streaming service. You can watch them on Roku and all the streaming services. They have a new program coming out called In Transit. Is that right, Mary? I'm just going to plug it all now. We've got 90 seconds. So yes, so very local. Very local. The web entity is nominated for several awards tonight in photography and for different social categories. Doing a great job. So yes. So Mary works for Very Local, formerly at WWL and WDSU, And I just got a glimpse of myself, and I told you this, I didn't shave. So normally I have to shave to be on TV, and I definitely am seeing, like, I don't look at myself as an old person, but definitely some grays coming
Yeah, you got more salt and pepper in the beard maybe than in the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
anyway.
okay.
All right, look, it is 7:10, or yes, it is 7:10. All right, Albert, it is time to start the 63rd Annual Press Club of New Orleans Excellence in Journalism Awards. And here are the winners. We're going to start with Chunk 1, and we're going to start tonight with 5 categories in print/writing, and we'll begin with one of those really heavily entered categories, general news reporting. It's sort of a catch basin. Almost anything could be allowed in general news reporting. Third place, Fletcher.
All right, here we go. Ramon Antonio Vargas and David Hammer. The Times-Picayune. Man says 2 New Orleans priests abused him. Church gave him unlimited therapy, but no abuse listing.
Second place.
Mark Schlefstein, a Press Club of New Orleans member, tremendous journalist, NOLA.com. We're screwed. The only question is how quickly Louisiana wetlands will vanish, study says.
And the winner in general news reporting, and I mentioned rock stars before, and this is our first. Katie Reckdahl does a spectacular job. In this case, she is working for NOLA.com. And the story is called How Housing Patterns May Partly Explain Coronavirus's Outsized Impact on Black Louisianians.
Here's what the judges had to say about this winner. Great analysis, great vision. And before we move on, Doug calls these categories Chunk 1, Chunk 2. It's basically like Section 1, Section 2.
Sure.
Doug obviously is a wonderful, playful person, and he likes the word chunk.
Chunk is a good word.
So there'll be Chunk 1 through 6.
And look, I do want to say one thing, because
Oh.
well, okay, well, look.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pause for a second here. Yes, we did send a program out to all active Press Club members. If you want to look at the program, in the program you can follow the order of the categories. It'll give you all the nominees. The program is beautiful. David Baker put it together. 2 ways you can get it. One, you can go on our website, Google Press Club of New Orleans and click on the website, and it's there. Or if you put your email address in the chat on the YouTube, Mary will send you a program that you can click on and open up. And the program is terrific. You can follow along. And look, I want to say this right off the bat, because I know this question comes up, because Katie Reckdahl works for a bunch of different entities. And you're going to see Katie, for instance, might work for the New York Times. And somebody might say, well, that shouldn't be included in the Press Club of New Orleans. Here's our rule. If you're a local journalist doing local reports, we don't care where it's published. We don't care what the entity is. Local journalist, local report, it's good. It's acceptable. It is within the rules. Now, what we don't do is, if it's a local journalist, like happens now a lot with storm coverage, is our TV stations might send somebody to Kansas to cover a tornado. That is obviously not a New Orleans / Louisiana / local story. So that would not be allowed as a submission. But anything done by a local journalist on any site, on any channel, on anywhere, if it's a local journalist doing a local story, it's acceptable, and it's in, and Katie Reckdahl is a rock star. All right, that was a long time between the first and the second. So let's go back to the categories. Second one, Best Critical Review, third place.
Dominic Massa, WWL TV. Diamond Jim Moran reigned over restaurants as a sparkling king of bling, new book recalls.
Second place.
Andrew Oken. Oken?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. You're right. 64 parishes digging up the roots of the family tree.
And the winner in Best Critical Review is Ryan Fertel, a winner last year, a winner again. This one called Godforsaken, Imbecilic, and Insane. John Dufresne's Louisiana Power and Light. Congratulations to Ryan.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Excellent work, exclamation point. Immediately engaging. The fantastic character descriptions make the reader want to know more about the story.
Yeah, we asked the judges to give comments on the winner. I would say most of the time they did. They didn't always. It doesn't mean anything if there's no judges' comments. But when we have them, we will say. All right, our next category, Best Cover. This category gets a lot of entrants. Third place.
Yeah, here we go. Josh Danzig, Kathy Bradshaw, and Farrah Ross, Where You At Magazine Spring Restaurant Guide.
Second place.
Tiffany Redding Amadeo, a consistent winner, second, first, all over the place here. New Orleans Magazine Best Breakfast.
And the winner in Best Cover, it is Where You At Magazine, and that is a beautiful Mardi Gras cover. Josh Danzig, Kathy Bradshaw. It is the Where You At Mardi Gras Manual.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. This cover was fun to look at, and the process was excellent.
Yeah, well done by Where You At Magazine. All right, our next category, Best Government Political Reporting. Third place.
Emily Lane, Greg LaRose from my television station, WDSU TV.
And this is an example, Fletcher, like 10 years ago, you would never see a TV station in the print writing categories. You wouldn't see WWOZ, a radio station, in the video categories. All of those rules that used to exist just really don't anymore. If you write something for your website, you're in. And obviously, Emily and Greg did, and they took home a third place. Second place.
Yeah, Marta Jewson from The Lens. President Trump's visa ban could keep 72 teachers from Louisiana schools.
And the winner of Best Government Political Reporting is also from The Lens, from Nicholas Krastill. His story, Louisiana Supreme Court won't review life sentence for man convicted of attempting to steal hedge clippers.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Shocking stuff, expertly presented.
Yeah, a four-word judge's comment that is very complimentary. All right, and our final category for now in print writing, we've got a bunch more coming later. This is Best Layout Design, third place.
Yeah, Ali Sullivan from St. Charles Magazine, doubling down on decadence.
Second place.
Tiffany Redding Amadeo, New Orleans Magazine, Food Lover's Guide.
And Fletcher, you know who is better than Tiffany Redding Amadeo? The one person capable of beating Tiffany Redding Amadeo? It is, in fact, Tiffany Redding Amadeo with her other entry from New Orleans Magazine called Rise and Shine. You were allowed to enter 2 in a category. Tiffany, not shockingly, finishes first and second.
Congratulations. Gold and silver. Here are the judges' comments about Tiffany's award-winning piece. Eye-catching, mouth-watering photos with simple yet beautiful text treatment. Nothing overwhelms readers, but everything engages them.
Wow, very nice. All right, let's change gears a little bit. TV videography. We got 2 categories here. Let's start with general news videography. Third place.
We have Jim Pennison, longtime photographer, WVUE TV, special mother and son reunion.
Second place.
Tammy Mills and Kai Callier, WVUE TV, Coast in Crisis, Saving Paradise.
And in first place in general news videography.
Meet the first of a new generation. Brown pelicans hatch on Queen Bess Island. Todd Baker is a wildlife and fisheries biologist checking on one of Louisiana's largest nurseries.
I would say these birds were born today, in the last few hours.
Baker estimates roughly 5,000 pelicans are nesting here, sitting on eggs and waiting on a population explosion.
Yeah, that was John Snell reporting, and it is John Snell with the videography. Queen Bess Baby Boom. Again, something, Fletcher, you wouldn't have seen 10 years ago is the reporter, but you saw the pelican egg shots are unbelievable.
Yeah, they were. I know John does a lot of environmental work. He shoots a lot of his own stuff when he goes out on these stories, so congratulations to John.
Congratulations to John. All right, our next category is sports videography in third place.
Yeah, Adam Ney from WWL TV, Saints Sweep Falcons.
Second place.
Russell Drury from WWL TV, martial arts classes teach kids for life.
And the winner in Best Sports Videography.
5, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A bird's eye view shows their jaw-dropping stunts
5, 7,
and people flipping and twisting through the air. To powerful and intricate tumbling. The LSU cheerleaders say they're ready for a very busy week.
And that is Whitney Hill of WDSU TV at the time, cheering on the Tigers. Terrific story.
Yeah,
there.
Whitney is amazing. The judges say, well done, enjoyed the different camera angles throughout the piece. I have to say, she shot that not only with the drone, she put the GoPro, like made them strap the GoPro to their heads and everything.
Yeah.
Really talented. Aubrey Killian was the reporter. Congratulations, Whitney. She told me to say this, the first award she has ever won. I can guarantee you it will not be her last award.
Whitney is awesome. Whitney now is at WWL TV. Sorry about that, Fletcher, because Whitney is awesome. All right, let's move on to 3 digital categories. We'll start with Best Sports Blog. In third place.
Here we go. Mark Spencer, MyNewOrleans.com, Full Sport Press.
Second place.
Sean Fazan, WVUE TV, after further review.
And the repeat winner in Best Sports Blog, it's Les East. This is one of the blog pieces he sent in for this category. You need to send in 3 separate blog entries. This one, Kobe's death brings back memories of Pistol Pete's. Congratulations to Les East, a repeat winner.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say about Les. A fascinating look at a breadth of topics from Pistol Pete to the New Orleans Saints. Congratulations, Les.
All right, this is a category that we created a few years ago that has become incredibly popular. Best use of Twitter. 3rd place.
Matthew Hinton and Mary Stays, who you just saw, very local New Orleans, second line memorial for 5th Ward Weeby.
2nd place.
Clint Durrett and Mary Stays, very local New Orleans. A bunch of different threads. COVID, Where the River is Low, and Louis Armstrong Week. Again, you could submit various topics.
And the winner in Best Use of Twitter was from WWOZ, their wide-ranging coverage, which they called Jazz Festing in Place. It was terrific use of what Twitter does well. WWOZ went all in on the Jazz Fest.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Creative way to salvage the spirit of Jazz Fest.
And I would agree with that completely. The spirit of Jazz Fest, even if we don't have one. All right, Best News Blog, 2nd place.
Errol Laborde, MyNewOrleans.com, The Editor's Room.
And the winner in Best News Blog is from Biz New Orleans Magazine. It's Pamela Marquis. That is one of the entries. She calls the blog Labors of Love.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. These blog entries from Pamela Marquis are enlightening and informal. Her topics are artfully written, fact-filled accounts that address hot-button issues. Very well done.
All right, we're going to start television with 3 categories for now. And we're going to start with breaking news reporting. T1, the first of the TV categories. In 3rd place.
Here we go. Aubrey Killian, WDSU TV, Cocodries storm coverage.
In 2nd place.
Tan Trung, WWL TV, Madisonville flood rescues.
And you know who's better than Tan Trung? You know who's capable of beating Tan Trung in breaking news reporting?
Flames consuming the house quickly spread to the double next door. Check it out! 55 firefighters responded to the 3-alarm fire. Witnesses say neighbors managed to pull a woman out of the home where the fire started. First responders performed CPR on one victim. She was taken to the hospital where she died a short time later.
That, of course, the golden tones of Tan Trung Central City Fire. That's a spectacular piece of breaking news reporting.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see a crew get there before firefighters. Just a great job from Tan and Steve Wolfram, the photographer.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Stunning footage is a testament to some impressive hustle.
Yeah, the breaking news reporting is all about hustle. Our next television category, medical health reporting. 3rd place.
Jade Cunningham from WWL TV, Don't Touch Your Face.
2nd place.
Christina Watkins from WDSU TV, Nola Man shares lasting impact of COVID-19.
And the winner in medical health reporting is...
Suzanne Linden paid $159 for a drive-up COVID-19 antibody test.
I was feeling tired, I was having headaches, and I was just paranoid about having the virus.
Dr. Kelly Bergenstock, who operates skin clinics in Mandeville and New Orleans, told her she tested positive for COVID-19.
And they told me I was positive, I was in shock.
So shocked, Linden wanted a second opinion.
Got a doctor's order to be retested at Ochsner, and those test results came back that we were in fact negative, not positive.
Yeah, terrific piece of reporting from Lee Zorich, Cody Lilich at WVU. Anti-aging doctor treats COVID.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Great work, Lee. Excellent investigation and essential reporting.
Yeah, well done. All right, and our final TV category for now, we got a bunch, is called Best Sports Show. 3rd place.
Here we go. Doug Mouton. Do you like the way I said that?
Yeah, you said it with excitement.
Okay, Doug Mouton and Adam Day. We will also say this very quickly. This is a regularly scheduled sports special or sports program. Sports show because sports special is coming up later.
Right.
Okay, so Doug Mouton, congratulations. Adam Day, WWL TV, 4th Down on 4.
2nd place.
Tom Gregory, Carolina Loretta and Eric Carl, Yourview, Cox Sports TV, LAE Productions, Driven, NOLA Drift 101.
And the winner in Best Sports Show.
It's all things Corvette, so buckle up for Driven. It's the quintessential sports story. Hometown hero returns home to reclaim glory. But in this story, the hero is a car. In garages across America, they're getting ready to prove they still have what it takes to be called America's sports car.
That is Tom Gregory along with Carolina Loretto and Eric Carl from Yourview / Cox Sports TV / LAE Productions. Driven, NOLA Racing hits the road.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Shot well, edited well, graphics were great, great nets, good pacing. I learned a lot. So gold and silver for Tom, Carolina, and Eric.
Yeah, congratulations to them. All right, and we're going to wrap up Chunk 1 with 2 public relations categories, including the big one. First, special events, 3rd place.
Michaela Blake, Public Relations. Junebug Productions establishes John O'Neill Cultural Arts Fellowship.
2nd place.
The Buisson Creative Team, Buisson Creative, Family Graw 2020.
And 1st place in special events is from the Earhart Group, Walking in Ruby Bridge's Footsteps, 60th anniversary of the desegregation of New Orleans public schools. Congratulations to Laura Viles, Dominique Ellis-Falcon, and Nadia Bordelon.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. This entry was not only well done, but it was important to do, especially in 2020. This is clearly evidenced in the millions of earned media impressions.
Nice. And overall campaign, this is a big one. It's 3rd place.
Tiffany Hawkin, Laura Aviles, and Nadia Bordelon, the Earhart Group, East Jefferson General Hospital, vote yes for a healthy future campaign.
2nd place.
The Buisson Creative Team, Buisson Creative, Louisiana State Parks. Where else?
And 1st place in overall campaign from Peter Mayer, and it's all about the sausage. Zatarain Sausage Mardi Gras PR Campaign 2020. That's Larry Lovell and Casey Hill of Peter A. Mayer Public Relations. Zatarain Sausage goes national.
Yeah, congratulations to Larry Lovell and Casey Hill and everyone at Peter A. Mayer.
My son loves when I say sausage, so I did that just for Quentin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Chunk 1. What did you think?
I think I did okay. Just judging my own performance, I apologize if I say anyone's names wrong, because let me just say this. I will not be here next year. Doug.
No, we're not going to be here next year.
No, you're right.
No.
We'll have an MC doing this, but let me just tell you this right now. Doug and David really care about the press club. I mean, I care about the press club. I care.
You implied you didn't.
But let me just say this. I care. I care deeply. But Doug, if I get a name wrong, you don't see behind those graphics the look that I get. I just want to go crawl under the desk.
When you got Kai Callier right,
yes,
we fist bumped.
We did
off camera.
Kai Callier.
Yes.
So yes, we have practiced names, and Doug has told me this is how you say
Nicholas Crastle.
Everyone's name. So
we have tried. If we butcher one,
yes,
it's just because we're idiots, not because we didn't try. Because it's the idiot. All right, and look, we got a new press club president this year that we literally could not be more excited about. He's been an active and spectacular board member for a long time. Agree or disagree?
Without question.
Without question.
We got a lot of great people on the board, but this guy is the shining star.
Shining star and a natural leader and a wonderful human being. And we're going to get his president's remarks. And David, no pressure, but the entire production of these awards are now counting on these president's remarks.
You're choosing to go into journalism.
Do not be nervous. Ladies and gentlemen, David Baker.
This is funny. Thank you. Well, y'all, here we are again in another year of being remote and celebrating, but one thing that we know as a board and as an organization is what we'll do is we'll always make sure that we make the time and make a way to celebrate the journalists who are members and, honestly, our honorees. I want to, first of all, thank Loyola for agreeing to host us here again this year. It's been wonderful. This year we have their students here, a wonderful, bright, shining next generation of journalism. It's very encouraging and hopeful to see y'all out here doing this, so we applaud you. I also want to thank our hosts, Doug and Fletcher, who we all know and love, and then know and love, but then still have them all the time. So.
At least know.
At least know. But it's great that we have had y'all for so long and still love y'all. And I'm going to keep this brief because I know how long speeches can get at the Press Club Awards unless y'all want me to go on. That's at least one part of familiarity we can go with this year. I would also like to acknowledge, although we can't gather this year and won't be able to celebrate them in the way that we should and that we would like to, I do want to acknowledge the Lifetime Achievement Award winners for this year that we will be talking about later in the programming. Of course, Walt Handelsman, who has been in the industry for decades, and we are very proud and very excited to honor him. And of course, our beloved and belated Nancy Parker. Doug and Fletcher will say a bit more about them later on in the program, and there are some bios in the actual downloadable program if you get it from the website. And we want to thank the members for continuing to show up for us, continuing to be patient, and continuing to provide us with the opportunity to serve you and entertain you and make sure that we are putting together programming that you enjoy, programming that you love, and programming that will be timeless and also hilarious. So, if I might, just briefly, because we did bring a bit of libation for us just here in studio.
It's New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, what would we do without it? Come on, we know what we would be doing if this was in person. So, what I would like to do is actually do a cheers, not only to our hosts and to the team that is also here and our Lifetime Achievement Award winners, but also to our audiences and to our members. You are spectacular. We get constant feedback from you guys. It's been wonderful. It helps to guide the roadmap that we've laid out for what we feel is best for the organization and how we can best serve you over the next few years. So I'm going to pop this guy. Laura, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you? Okay.
Woo!
I'm going to pour this up.
I had a plastic cup.
I know. This is the definition of class.
It's
Doug.
all class.
I don't know what you're talking about. Plastic is the new glassware. Do not print that I said that. That is not true. So, cheers to the Press Club, and cheers to our Lifetime Achievement Award winners, and we look forward to many, many years of doing this again in person.
Nice.
Cheers. I'll turn it back over to Doug and Fletcher.
Next year, David will be doing that in person. We will all be in person. And just on a side note, the kids in this class are like seniors, so no contributing to the delinquency of a minor. They're all like 21
this is just for us.
Right.
No, it's just for us.
It's all good.
And look, I told David Baker I will stay on the Press Club board as long as he does. David is unbelievable. And I think I mentioned this before. We're going to take our 2 breaks. After this second chunk, we're going to take like a 3-minute timeout because we're going to time it like a commercial break, get the students flipping around to new jobs, and move back on. But let's, for now, Fletcher Mackle, get back to some awards.
Sure.
You good with that?
I'm good.
All right, here we go. We are affectionately calling this Chunk 2, and we're going to begin with our first 2 still photography categories. We have 4 total still photography categories, and I can promise you now that by next year we will have more because, look, the one thing we try to do with the Press Club Awards, we've tried to do this in the last decade, is be organic and change and grow and add and subtract and move with the times. But still photography, and I think it's part of the age of the cell phone. Everyone takes pictures, and everyone thinks their pictures are great. You know what I mean?
In 4 categories just isn't enough anymore.
It just isn't enough. There's just too many, like, really, really good entries. All right, so let's start with Best News Photo. 3rd place.
Max Bescherer from NOLA.com, Drive-Through Funeral.
2nd place, Best News Photo.
Sophia Germer, the Times-Picayune, the New Orleans Advocate, Tear Gas Relief.
And here comes the Best News Photo for 2020. That is Matthew Hinton from very local New Orleans, and that is just a beautiful shot. The colors, unbelievable. 5 for 5th Ward Weeby at his funeral.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. A great angle, emotion, and great light make this photo an easy choice for first place. But looking at the 3 names on the leaderboard here, that's how serious. I mean, all of these people have won dozens of awards.
Right.
So this is a serious category with some tremendous talent.
So tremendous, and we talk about like everyone wanting to enter this category, but the 3 people who placed here are all 3 professionals who have done it for a long time, who are all 3 of them are just brilliant. All right, and our second photo category for now is multi-feature photo. As you can tell by the name, this is multiple shots in a theme. 3rd place.
Max Besherer, NOLA.com, Jefferson Parish protest.
Second place.
David Grunfeld. David from NOLA.com, of course, a professor here at Loyola University. COVID-19 medical heroes at Our Lady of the Lake.
And the winner in multi-photo feature, a tremendous series from Kevin Rabelais of 64 parishes called River Harvest. Great job by Kevin.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Such a beautiful and vivid photo essay, really transports the viewer. Masterful composition, use of natural light framing, and observation.
Yeah, well done. All right, let's move on to some TV categories. We've got 5 of them for now, and we're going to start with government political reporting. In third place,
Chris Slaughter and Travers Mackle. This must be in reverse order, right? This is the winner?
No?
This is third place. Okay. Chris Slaughter and Travers Mackle, WDSU TV, a legal election in New Orleans.
Did you think that was you? Travers is your brother. That's not you.
That's not me.
That's not you.
No. But he probably should have won, just whatever it's worth.
Second place.
All right. Aubrey Killian, WDSU TV, judge accused of inappropriate behavior with juveniles.
And the winner in best government political reporting.
3 city building inspectors remain under investigation. All 3 of those inspectors quit their jobs after we started airing stories that questioned whether they falsified records, claiming they inspected buildings when they didn't. That potential malfeasance proved to be significant because those sham inspections could have led to the collapse of a downtown high-rise hotel construction site, which killed 3 workers.
That, of course, is Lee Zorich working with Cody Lilich of WVUE TV, inspecting the inspectors.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. The correlation between the GPS of inspectors' vehicles with reports filed by those inspectors create an indisputable record that produced immediate responses from the city. Congratulations for your excellent and important work.
Yeah, important work. There's a lot of it in this COVID year. Best talk show is our next category. Third place.
One of the longest running shows in New Orleans history, WYES TV, Errol Laborde and Marcia Cavanaugh informed sources.
I've been on that show. Have you been on that show?
I think everyone has been on that show.
It's fun. That show's fun to do. Second place.
Should I say my own name?
You can.
Okay. Fletcher Mackle, WDSU TV, WDSU Hot Seat. Ben Watson talks race relations.
Wait.
Ben was great and came on, obviously.
Is that the Mackle that's the jerk, or is that the nice one?
I guess, depending on what your view is.
And the winner in Best Talk Show is...
Hi, and welcome to Coping During the COVID Crisis. I'm Janet Gross. It's actually pretty usual for parents to start looking forward to the new school year about this time, and that's without COVID and just having all the kids out of school since mid-March. But even kids these days are kind of looking forward to going back to class.
That is from Steve Shulkins and William Hill at WLAE TV, coping during the COVID crisis.
Yeah, congratulations to WLAE TV. Some great work this year. I don't think this will be the last of their first place.
How do you know that?
I don't, just a guess.
Because we went through them last night? All right. Our next category is called Best Sports Special, which Fletcher teased before. This is a one-time sports special. Third place.
Doug Mouton, WWL TV, Eye on the Black and Gold Eagles Special.
Second place.
WVUE Sports Staff, WVUE TV, Draft Game Plan.
And the winner in Best Sports Special.
Our communities are under siege, and we need help.
Tonight, calls for change on the streets and in just days on the basketball court.
Athletes are saying and wearing the names of people who certainly knew their names, wore their jerseys, and loved the game even as they took their last breaths.
Tonight, sports figures nationwide and right here at home are speaking up to become champions of change.
That, of course, was Fletcher Mackle. Sharif Ishak was the guy with the tightest pants. And Christina Watkins of WDSU TV. It was called Champions of Change. I got to say, that open was really nice.
Yeah, let me say this, too. Here's the judges' comments, and then I have to add one quick thing. Powerful and moving presentation, hits the right notes. We can only have 3 names on, I have to say.
That's the rules.
I know.
3 in one category.
Taylor Walker was a producer at WDSU TV. She wrote that open. She was a driving force behind this. She is now at another Hearst station. So Sharif, myself, and Christina are still there. But Taylor, if you're watching right now, you will be getting the trophy. Trust me. Congratulations. She did a great job. And Christina and Sharif as well.
Yeah, well, there you go. And Sharif, in those pants, you can't resist him. So wait a second. You're saying you're going to take that trophy and give it, because you get one trophy.
And Christina probably deserves it, or Sharif, but definitely Taylor. Taylor was very engaged on this. So Taylor, it's coming to Florida, South Florida for you, Taylor.
All right, so if I see that trophy on your desk, that's just wrong. All right, next category, lifestyle reporting, third place.
Okay, here we go. Nikandra Norwood, WVUE TV, Mardi Gras Indians' new home.
Second place.
Eric Paulson, WWL TV, New Orleans' Cuba Connection.
And the winner in Best Lifestyle Reporting.
It's become an evening ritual for a small group of friends and neighbors who gather with proper distancing on a French Quarter street, enjoying a sound that started here more than a century ago. It's a sound that's been missing until now.
It's been pretty surreal to just be on your own and have to be creative.
That was a terrific story in a year of COVID. Dave McNamara, who I think is brand new to TV, right? He's one of those new kids. Or he's a guy who's done it for decades at a high level. Heart of Louisiana, the Isolation Blues for WVUE TV.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Again, just a great piece. In the midst of the pandemic, a musician draws the attraction of his neighbors. Also beautifully shot on a very nice day.
Yeah, but that judge's comment is more like a Cliff Notes of what we just saw. It's like getting a fortune cookie that, that just says, have a nice day. Like, yeah, in the midst of a pandemic. Right. Okay,
right.
So that is what happened. Congratulations to Dave. That was a terrific story. All right. And our final category for now in television is general news reporting. Again, a catch basin for a lot of stories. One of our most heavily entered categories every year. Third place.
Meg Gatto and Arthur Hardy, WVUE TV, exploring the life and legacy of Mr. Mardi Gras, Blaine Kern. Congratulations to Meg. She's also my sister-in-law.
So you felt like journalistically you needed to say that?
Journalistically, I needed to say that. I wish you would have won, Meg.
Arthur Hardy is not my brother-in-law, but I am a big fan of Arthur Hardy. Second place.
All right, Rob Masson, WVUE TV, Riding Blind, and I do love Arthur Hardy too.
And Rob Masson, I saw him in the Walmart by my house about 2 weeks ago. Big fan of Rob Masson's. And the winner in general news reporting.
Medical studies have shown that addicts can relapse over the slightest trigger, even a single sip of alcohol. If I shoot any more dope, I'm gonna die.
No, he was really trying to avoid that one last time because he knew that one last time it'd be it for him. Yeah, and it was devastating.
I was a wreck, as I know everyone was, because he was so strong for all of us.
I got to know Will myself, first through a news story and then as a friend. He was never ashamed to call himself an addict.
Yeah, that's Mike Pearlstein of WWL TV, Addiction Matters. Fletcher, it's hard in a news story to insert yourself into it in that kind of way. I thought Pearlstein did a brilliant job of that. Obviously, the judges did too. Mike Pearlstein for WWL TV, Addiction Matters.
Yeah, and again, one of the heavy entered categories. I mean, you're talking about some serious talent in this competition. So again, I know that some people, everybody wants to win. Doug talked about being competitive, but if you're on the board in this category, you've really done some really good work.
We say that, although I got to tell you, every time I come up in third place, it's like a knife in my forehead. Not even in my heart. It's like right in my face, like a knife. But anyway. All right, let's do some print/writing categories. We've got 4 of them. We're going to start with Best Sports Feature. I love this category. Third place.
Here we go. Les East, Crescent City Sports. Sports amid COVID-19 intersects with Hurricane Katrina anniversary.
Les East does a terrific job. Second place.
Also Les East, Crescent City Sports, familiar faces at state volleyball tournament brings some sense of normalcy.
And the winner in Best Sports Feature, congratulations to Amy Just of the Times-Picayune for her Demario Davis story called Demario Davis's daughter lost her eye to cancer. This is how it changed the Saints linebacker and his family.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say, and this is some really great stuff here. Couldn't stop reading, compelling stuff. Amy does a great job. Congratulations, Amy. I know she's on vacation this week because the Saints have a bye, but if she's watching in Montana, congratulations.
Yeah, and she had actually already bought a ticket to the Press Club Awards that we wanted to do in person, but were unable to do, which still makes us sad, but we're glad to at least be able to get these awards out this way. All right, our next print/writing category, business reporting, third place.
Kim Singletary, Biz New Orleans Magazine, Black in Business.
Second place.
Tristan Bowrick from the Times-Picayune, how a Louisiana engineer's invention protects the Gulf from a volcano spewing oil.
And the winner in Best Business Reporting, Ashley McClellan from Biz New Orleans Magazine. This story, New Orleans answer to Amazon. Terrific job by Ashley. She does an excellent job.
Yeah, congratulations, Ashley.
Okay, let's move on to Community News. Third place.
Rich Collins, Biz New Orleans Magazine. If Oak Street is a microcosm of New Orleans' economy, the outlook is encouraging.
Second place.
Susan Langenhenning, Preservation in Print, Optimism and Anxiety on Magazine Street.
And Fletcher, you know the one person capable of beating Susan Langenhenning in the category of community news is Susan Langenhenning. This one titled Segregation on the Lakeshore from Preservation in Print.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. I was so fascinated by this story, I ended up Googling Lincoln Beach to learn more. A compelling story with plenty of context. I also love it. I have to say, one of my favorite moments of the night is when Doug says the only person capable of beating someone is that person. I don't know why I get a kick out of it every time.
Is it a theme?
It just makes me happy.
Yeah. Well, that's my goal, is to make Fletcher happy. When I woke up this morning, my wife said, "What are you doing today?" I said, "I don't know, but I hope making Fletcher happy is part of it."
Don't take that out of context.
Did that come out wrong?
That could be taken way out of context.
And our next category in print writing, but I meant it that way, is lifestyle reporting. Third place.
Okay, here we go. Josh Danzig and Kathy Bradshaw, where you at? Magazine Unplugged, COVID-19 and Facebook pull the plug on the local music scene.
Second place.
Ryan Fertel, 64 Parishes, White Bread Evangelist.
And the winner in lifestyle reporting, I called her a rock star before, it's Katie Reckdahl. Stripped of its cultural rights, New Orleans is at a loss for how to mourn COVID-19 deaths.
Here's what the judges had to say. What a truly moving piece. It described the unique loss of not just people, but a culture's customs when saying farewell. It was thoughtfully told and illustrated, a masterful piece of the times.
Yeah, that's Katie's second win of the night. She's working, in this case, for Vox.com. All right, let's move on to some digital categories. We've got 4 of them now, beginning with Best Lifestyle Blog. Third place.
Mary Stays and Clint Durrett, very local New Orleans. And this is a series. So you've got 7th Ward Santa, who was 5th Ward Weeby in Sucre.
Second place.
Melanie Warner Spencer, former Press Club of New Orleans president, New Orleans Homes and Lifestyles. Doug, I know you like the French.
Oh, Bon Vivant.
There you go.
That was the name of the blog. It's called Bon Vivant. And the winner in Lifestyle Blog is Eve Crawford Payton of MyNewOrleans.com, and she calls her blog Joie de Eve, which is a clever name.
I can tell you right now, Brother Martin should be proud of your French, at least the way you say it perfectly. Okay, here's what the judges had to say. Eve is a fantastic writer, and I particularly loved the honest, reflective piece on her daughter's coming out experience.
Yeah, wonderful job by Eve. Congratulations to her. All right, Best Social Video. Third place.
David Williams and Kevin Mumphrey, Channel 13, St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, social distancing at schools for children.
Kevin Mumphrey, of course, a former president of the Press Club of New Orleans. Second place.
WWOZ staff, WWOZ FM, WWOZ Piano Night.
And you know who in Best Social Video is capable of beating the WWOZ staff of WWOZ FM? It's the WWOZ staff of WWOZ FM.
The one and only Kermit Ruffins.
Oh, thank you, Brother John. Yours truly, Kermit Ruffins and the Barbecue Swingers on bass, Brother Kevin Morris. On the boom booms, Mr. Jerry Barber and Anderson. On the piano, Mr. Yoshitaka Z2, yours truly, Kermit Ruffins. And welcome to the WWOZ Groove Gala's 40-year birthday. Happy birthday, WWOZ. We partying! All aboard?
Yes, that was the 6-hour live stream from the WWOZ staff of WWOZ FM called WWOZ. Beth Auerbach knows how to get the name out there as often as possible. WWOZ Groove Gala.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Impressive multi-camera setup, slick graphics and clear audio, the high viewership and engagement on the original post reflect the value this live stream provided.
And the next digital category is called Digital Special Section. This would be a page devoted to one subject where there'll be multiple links on that page, but all about one thing. It's a special section, could be about anything, but it's one section with obviously multiple parts within that section. Third place.
Here we go. WWOZ staff, WWOZ FM, WWOZ Online Wire.
Second place.
Kevin Dupuis and Chris McCrory from WWL-TV Louisiana COVID-19 Interactive Map.
That interactive map was really nice, but the first place winner is From the Lens, Nicholas Krastel with the Section G project.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Well-reported expose of how one judge can impact the lives of so many in the judicial system itself, shed new light into an era long past, but still relevant today.
All right, Fletcher, time to wrap up Chunk 2 with a big one. It's Best News Website. In third place,
Ashanti Bailey from WVUE TV, NOLAweekend.com.
Second place, Best News Website.
Kelly Massacott and Rich Collins, Biz New Orleans Magazine, bizneworleans.com.
And the winner in Best News Website from Tom Planchette and company at WWL-TV. This was part of what they did this past year with the website. That was that COVID-19 interactive map. It's WWL-TV staff, because Tom Planchette will not put his name on anything, but he is unbelievably good at his job, and he runs a great staff on the digital side at WWL. It is WWLTV.com. And Fletcher, that officially ends Chunk 2.
We are just moving right along. At least I hope at home, if you're watching right now, you feel like we're moving right along.
I feel that. Lee Zorich told me we were going to be 3 hours.
No chance.
And I said that. I said that this is virtual. We're going to get through this.
But I'd say I'd put the over-under at 2. And you and I talked maybe a little over, but I'd set it at 2, not 3.
Lee Zorich does not have much confidence that we can act in a expeditious manner.
Although let me say this, I lost my voice 2 weeks ago. It came back. It's hitting me right now.
Oh, no. All right.
No, it's okay. We're good.
All right, Fletcher Mackel, you're going to have to be quiet then for a minute or two. All right, look, Mary stays. We want to bring you back in now because we're going to take our first intermission in a minute. Mary, how's the chat on the YouTube going?
So the chat is popping. I don't know if you guys have been watching it. I know y'all are busy up there, but we have so many people. We are almost at 80 people, 75 watching now. So like I said, you guys share it, tell your friends, let them know that you're watching. We want to see you guys in the chat. We have so many people. I have a running list, just so you guys know. WVUE, Peter Mayer, WWOZ, Kim Bergeron, Slide Down Magazine, very local. Shulkin Communications, Peter Mayer, our former president, Melanie, and Renaissance Publishing, WLAE, NOLA.com, WDSU, and Gina Swanson. If you guys want to move around with the movers and shakers here in the New Orleans press, come jump in the chat. It's so much fun. It's probably the most fun that you'll have if you're not here in studio with everyone, with Doug and Fletcher. And we want to see you. Yes, Gina, hi. It is just Doug and Fletcher. But Cherise, hi. We want to know what you guys are doing. Do y'all have games when y'all win? Do you take shots? Like, we want to know. We want more party ideas on how you guys are joining us virtually. We know it's been different the past couple of years, but being virtual with you guys and being on the chat is so much fun. So we just want to see you guys. And I'm on there answering this Press Club of New Orleans. If you guys need a program so that you can follow along, put your email in the chat and we will send you one, because we want you guys to be able to keep up with the winners, and we're on there congratulating everyone. And of course, if you can't make it or you know someone who is not able to watch us tonight live, it will be on the Press Club of New Orleans YouTube channel, and you guys can put the comments down there and offer your congratulations. But everyone is cheering each other on in the comments. It's so nice to be together virtually, so we want to see you. Back to you guys.
All right, and also too, very quickly, the Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, David mentioned them and Mary mentioned them as well, is that we have Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, but they will be honored properly next year at our in-person, obviously. You know, David mentioned who they were, two tremendous titans in our industry, but they will be next year honored properly when we are back in person.
Well, Albert actually has pictures of them. Let's show who they are, because we actually voted as a press club group. Of course, the wonderful Nancy Parker. If Nancy couldn't put you in a good mood, something was clearly wrong with you. One of first of all, a tremendous journalist who did so much great work, but just so much fun to be around. She is enormously missed, I know at Fox 8, but really throughout the whole New Orleans TV community. She, frankly, was an easy vote for the board as a Lifetime Achievement winner. Honestly, she wouldn't have been, she was too young probably to be voted, except for the tragic accident. And then you look at her body of work, and it's overwhelming and terrific, and it was an easy vote. And look, part of the reason we canceled the live event was because we wanted to properly honor Nancy and our other Lifetime Achievement Award winner, who is Walt Handelsman, longtime New Orleans cartoonist. That is the real Walt, and that is the Walt version of Walt next to Walt. Not just the greatest cartoonist ever in New Orleans, but one of the greats in America. Just does a spectacular job. Two easy choices for the Lifetime Achievement.
Without question. And again, Doug is right, because honoring people, especially someone like Nancy, who's no longer with us, and then the work that she did and the work Walt has done, a Pulitzer Prize winner multiple times over, in what he's meant, it didn't feel right if we would have had half the people wanting to come during COVID and the other half not wanting to be there. That's one of the things I always appreciate about the Press Club, is honoring the Lifetime Achievement Award people, because we have so many amazing journalists in our community, and making sure that their friends and family and coworkers can be there. So this year acknowledging them, but next year we will truly honor them with videos and family members and speakers in a way that is far more,
much better than what we're doing right here. Yes, and I think what we're going to do is actually vote on one new one and do three next year for the first time, since in fact we will have had two over a 2-year span. We didn't have any last year. All right, we're going to take our break now, and it's going to be 3 minutes, and we're going to start a stopwatch on it, Albert, and we're going to move the crew around, and we're going to see you again. We're a third of the way through. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 3 minutes. All right, that was our 3-minute commercial break. We are back with the 63rd Annual Press Club of New Orleans Excellence in Journalism Awards. Fletcher, welcome back.
Thank you, Doug. Look, kudos to the students directing this right now,
Yeah.
because I can tell you right now, when I was a student here at Loyola, if I would have had to do something like this, I'd have probably been sweating and nervous and to keep it right on time.
Yeah.
Change it out like a pit crew.
Yeah, it's doing great.
Yeah.
Look, the people at Loyola have been amazing to us, and I know we're kind of being goofy, but I mean that completely sincerely. We 100% appreciate the people at Loyola for helping us do this. We honestly, Fletcher, couldn't do this in any kind of a decent way if it wasn't for Loyola. So thanks to them for letting us and helping us. And hopefully the students get something out of it other than the free pizza.
That's true. But look, students are directing this show right now. I mean, literally, this is a student production, except for me and Doug, which, I mean, it could at times be considered a student production. Also, too, I got to say this. Credit to Doug Mouton. He gives a lot of other people credit. The reason we are having this is because he put this together. This PowerPoint, everything that you're watching tonight, Doug literally did by hand and spent weeks doing when we had to cancel the gala to do this virtually. So congratulations, Doug, for kind of quarterbacking all this.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but don't say it until it actually goes off.
And because he's quarterbacking it and I'm just along for the ride, I'm gonna start.
All right, here we go. Chunk 3, Fletcher. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
That's the ripple effect, by the way, and that's the cover effect on PowerPoint. All right, we're going to start with some television categories. And this is the checkerboard effect. You ready? Here comes checkerboard. That's checkerboard. All right, this is called continuing coverage. And when you bring the first one on, it's called fade. Third place, continuing coverage.
Shelley Brown, WVUE TV, Fox 8 Defenders, Modeling Scam. I should also add that this is another category that gets a boatload of submissions.
It does. And continuing coverage is doing one story at least 3 times and played out over time. Not in one day. This would be something you come back 2 weeks later and follow a story as it evolves. Second place.
David Hammer, WWL TV, Taken for a Ride.
And winner in continuing coverage. And this is the glitter effect to get to the video.
It's a devastating time for humanity, but it's a devastating time, especially for the elderly population.
Howard Rogers is the head of the New Orleans Council on Aging. He says in the decades he's spent working with seniors, it's clear not all nursing homes are created equal.
We have a lot of excellent nursing homes in this state who follow the guidelines, who have adequate staffing, and who are able to take care of their clients. But then we have some nursing homes who really is just looking for the money.
Yeah, it was a terrific series of stories, continuing coverage. Katie Moore, Mike Perlstein, WWL TV. It was called Standard of Care.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. These stories should be mandatory reading for epidemiologists who will be on the front lines of the next pandemic. No family should go through this again.
And was Katie Moore wearing an unusually long mask? That mask had a lot of coverage area.
Yeah, a moment of levity on a serious story. That was probably the dawn of the pandemic when a lot of us were going through gaiters, masks, like a lot of different looks there.
Katie's mask went from like right below her eyes down to like below her neck. There was a lot of mask in that story. Katie and Perlstein obviously do spectacular jobs. Katie's one of my best friends, so I feel like I can taunt her a little bit. All right, next one. Best sports feature. Third place.
Tom Gregory, Your View, WLAE TV, NOLA Drift.
Second place.
Andrew Doak, WWL TV, Ski Dogs with a W.
Loved working with Andrew Doak. He is now back in Texas. And the winner in Best Sports Feature Reporting.
Man of God, mother, woman of God, child of God. It was just a profound picture. We were really surprised, happily surprised, blown away, you might say.
The sale of Davis's headbands helped raise nearly $300,000 for emergency room expansion here at St. Dominic's. Now, the publicity generated from those headbands, well, that continues to help raise funds to this day.
People see this and they say, oh yeah, I've been there and been a patient there, and it inspires people to give.
That is Garland Gillen of WVUE TV, Defining a Blessing.
Here's what the judges had to say. The storytelling rolls along at just the right pace, never rushed, never dull, while well-matched footage illuminates every word. Congratulations, G.
G, yes. Best Station Promotion, third place.
Jamichael McNeil, WWL TV, The Talk.
Second place.
Tom Gregory, Ron Yeager, and Jim Dotson, WLAE TV, Glory Days 3 trailer.
And the winner in Best Station Promotion.
These are tough times. I know a lot of people are stressed. Our whole world has been turned upside down in a totally different way from Katrina. You know, most of us never have time. We are always on the go. You have time now, hang out with your family. Check on your neighbors. Do they need anything? Share. There is plenty to go around for everyone. This is the time to take care of one another, even if it means staying away from one another.
Love that. Good stuff from Aaron Finnegan of WDSU TV, WDSU Stronger Together.
Yeah, I've been at WDSU now 19 years. I would say that that may be the best promotion we've ever done. Great work by Aaron and her team, Steve Burke and David Bell and Reese Farris. So congratulations. I really did. It was Margaret Orr. I mean, just a fantastic promo.
Yeah, Margaret Orr brings it like few people can. 19 years?
19 years. Margaret Orr, 42 years at WDSU
42
TV.
years.
Lifetime Achievement Award recipient.
Yeah, Lifetime, and her Lifetime Achievement speech, 1 minute for every year. Margaret Orr delivered one of the most talked about Lifetime Achievement speeches ever.
It's true.
Love Margaret Orr. All right. Best planned event, third place.
Dominic Massa, WWL TV, Bacchus 2020 parade coverage. And quickly, do you want to explain a little bit of what this is?
Yeah, look, obviously the name sort of says it. New Orleans we have a lot of planned coverages. Elections are the most obvious, but also any Mardi Gras coverage, really anything that is pre-announced that you can plan for. And most of the entries in this are shows that are 1, 2, 3, 4 hours long of extensive coverage of how a planned event rolls along. Dominic, who has moved on to WYS, one of the great producers and news managers in New Orleans of the last half century. Dominic's been in this category a bunch because he organized all of WWL TV's big event coverage for a long time. All right, second place.
All right, Romney Williams, a great person when you talk about great news managers. She hasn't been around as long as Dominic, but she'll be in his breath one day, I can tell you. WDSU TV, WDSU election coverage from November 3rd, 2020.
And the winner in Best Planned Event Coverage.
Yeah, John, right now we're actually getting ready to see the flyover as we speak. We got a lot of people up here on the levee, just right across the street from Ochsner, the Gail and Tom Benson Cancer Center. That's where we are. There's a lot of people up here on the levee, a lot of people watching from the top. Let's just watch them fly over here, guys. You can see those two B-52s and those two F-15s right as we speak flying over.
My guess is there were too many people involved that they could pick three, so they went with staff as the entrant. WVUET, Salute in the Sky.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Very tough contest. WVUE Salute in the Sky entry edged out the competition because of its mix of planned and improvised elements and the lengths the team took to get the shot.
And surprising numbers of documentaries made in New Orleans every year that are unbelievably good. In third place,
Sharice Gibson, Adam Kopis, WWL TV, The Story Behind the Standoff.
Second place,
Marcia Cavanaugh and Paula Pendarvis, WYES TV, The Vote, Louisiana Women Lead.
And the winner in Best Documentary.
But it was more than just merchandise that spread the Jack's name. In the early days of television, they sponsored WDSU forecasts from Nash Roberts and sportscasts from Mel Levitt.
Hey everybody, let's jump and dive. Stop acting dead, cause we're alive. And drink Jack beer. Drink Jack beer. Good Jack beer. Good Jack beer. Hello, mellow Jack. Best beer in town.
Rhythm and blues pioneer Dave Bartholomew sang about Jack's beer.
Fletcher, I watched this documentary when I was cutting that clip, and I've had that Jack's Beer song in my head since then. As Peggy Scott Laborde and Jimmy Moriarty of WYES TV, Birth of the Brews, A History of Dixie Beer.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Extremely entertaining documentary, excellent use of archival footage that brings a rare and unseen dimension to a proud tradition.
That documentary was so much fun to watch. All right, let's move on to 3 public relations categories. First, PR Public Affairs. And the first place winner is from the Earhart Group. It's Haley Crowell, Nadia Bordelon, and Tracy Howerton of the Earhart Group. Grow Louisiana Coalition 2020 legislative campaign in support of oil and gas industry.
Congratulations to the Earhart Group.
And our next category, social media digital influencers. In first place is Kim Bergeron of Kim Bergeron Productions and Right Brain Diaries. We know she's watching. Congratulations, Kim, for Hold My Beer.
I just love the name, Hold My Beer.
Yeah, how are you going to lose with a campaign called Hold My Beer? That's a solid winner from the start. And then Community Relations, third place.
Michaela Blake Public Relations. New Orleans Arts Collaborative launches relief fund for area artists and creatives.
Second place.
Kim Bergeron Productions, Be Like Jane.
Kim has with a first and a second place in back-to-back categories, and the winner in Best Community Relations is...
We had to evacuate for Rita, and then we couldn't live in our home for months afterward.
My family still lives here. They were impacted by Hurricane Laura. It's been devastating for the entire community. My mother's house was destroyed.
We live here, we work here, and when one of us hurts, we all hurt, and we jump at the opportunity to help.
Oil and gas has been with the people of Southwest Louisiana before, and we want to be here for them again.
The rhythm of Louisiana is truly what we believe in, supporting the people that support us.
Yeah, that has a great spot from the Earhart Group. It's Katie Mitchell, Haley Crowell, and Tracy Howerton. It's how different oil and gas companies came together. It was called the Grow Louisiana Coalition Powering Ahead campaign.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. What a tremendous opportunity to gather together companies that normally compete for business, but in this campaign shared not just financial resources, but human resources to help communities struggling through a pandemic and a natural disaster.
Yeah, congratulations to the Earhart Group. Having a good night so far. And let's move on to two TV videography categories. First, Best Video Editing. In third place,
Tim Guidry from WVUE TV, Slice of Carnival. Saw him the other day. Congratulations, Tim.
Second place,
John Turnipseed, WVUE TV, Inspecting the Inspectors.
And the winner in Best Video Editing.
And they played at City Park Stadium. They sold the entire stadium out, which held 27,000 people. And they ended up selling like 44,000 tickets total.
In 1955, with 11 high school football teams taking the field in the city, the time had come to split districts, and the Catholic League was born.
I think the Catholic League brings tradition like no other district. You know, these teams have been together since the 50s.
Yeah, it's Rummel coach Jay Roth, and that was the Golden Tones of Ken Berthelot. And it is Carolina Loretto with her second win of the night from WLAE, Best Video Editing for Glory Days, the Catholic League of New Orleans, Part 3.
Yeah, congratulations, Carolina. Here's what the judges had to say. It was a tough call on who should take first place, but this entry has such beautiful cinematography, and the editing is so smooth. A lot of care went into telling this story.
And Best Visual Storytelling. In third place,
Derek Waldrip from WWL TV, I Didn't Think He Was Going to Live.
Second place,
Rhett Sharp from Channel 13, St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, the ABCs of Black History. Rhett has won several categories throughout the years for visual storytelling and photography.
And the winner in Best Visual Storytelling.
This is New Orleans Second Line meets Cuban conga. Yeah, definitely the meeting of the cultures. Here, we got the Cuban musicians here jamming out with us like we would do on any given Sunday in New Orleans under the bridge. And you got your kids here doing We got the kids here from the foundation playing the second line along with the Soul Rebel Brass Band helping us out. And it's just a beautiful thing that we can't, it's unbelievable.
It was more than just special, it was historic.
And it was clearly before COVID, Fletcher, because Eric Paulson did the super up-close interview there with Trombone Shorty. The videographer, Steve Wolfram, great job. That was just beautiful colors, so much energy in that story. Oops, I just stole the judge's comment. Anyway, Steve Wolfram, WWL TV, New Orleans Cuban Connection.
Yeah, obviously, the story that they did down in Cuba, the colors were amazing. The judges say, fun story that had a lot of great energy.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. Terrific job from Steve Wolfram. Let's do 4 five print/writing categories. We're going to end this chunk with a big one. Print/writing will go first with breaking news reporting in third place.
Another big category here. Alan Smason, Crescent City Jewish News, Joseph Street hit with anti-Semitic graffiti.
Second place.
We have Larry Brook from Southern Jewish Life, arrest made in 2018 North Shore Synagogue graffiti case.
And the winner in breaking news reporting from the print side is from Ramon Antonio Vargas, Sarah Pagones, and David Hammer of WWL-TV, working with the Times-Picayune in a cooperative effort, in this case, for attorney for dominatrices says group sex with priest was legal. Pearl River Church's altar is burned. Fletcher, one of the most bizarre stories of the year. I did not know dominatrices was a word until this story.
Well, you know what? Here's what the judges had to say. Informative and engaging from headline until end. You're right. That was without question one of the craziest stories in recent years, I think, in our area.
And what's the plural of dominatrix?
Dominatrices?
Dominatrices. That we're teaching. Yes. Yeah. We are teaching English and doing the Press Club Awards. All right, best headline. These are always fun to go through. In third place.
Here we go. The Where Ya At staff, Where Ya At magazine, Pest Case Scenarios, Life in the Big Easy, Bugs and Rodents in NOLA Part 2.
No, Fletcher, it's Life in the Bug Easy.
Oh, did I say that? Big Easy?
Yes,
Sorry.
Life in the Bug Easy.
Life in the Bug Easy.
And you see the +2 at the end. You have to enter 3 headlines. That was the one that was first, or the one that was the funniest that I put there. But there are 2 others. Second place.
Sure, Josh Danzig and Kathy Bradshaw, Where Ya At magazine, mint condition, plus 2 more headlines as well.
Yes, and you know who's capable of beating Kathy Bradshaw in the best headline category? It is, in fact, Kathy Bradshaw, and this is spectacular. The doctor is insane. Dr. Bob makes art that's as crazy and fun as he is. If that's not a great headline, then I'm not sure what a great headline is. Kathy Bradshaw, Where Ya At magazine.
Yeah, here's the judges' comments. Short and simple, clever and fun. And because Doug pointed this out to me during the rehearsal, congratulations to Where Ya At, not only first, second, and third, but because they submit 3 in every category, 1 through 9.
Yeah, right, because there's 3 in each, right. And actually, you can see you're only allowed to put your name on 2. And Kathy correctly put her name on the first one and the second one. The third one goes in as staff. All right, education reporting, third place.
Della Hassel and Famian Roberts, NOLA.com. New Orleans schools struggle to keep kids in class as the pandemic drags on, challenging families.
And the second place.
Katie Reckdahl, Heckinger report. I knew I was going to get it. It got me before. It got me in warm-ups, and it got me again. Katrina to COVID class. Sorry, Heckinger report.
And guess who is capable of beating Katie Reckdahl in education reporting? It is Katie Reckdahl in education reporting. Also for the Heckinger report, but also the Christian Science Monitor. Again, this is Katie's 3rd win of the night. No longer ruled out, an educator developed strategies to keep court-involved students in school. Congratulations to Katie. Again, she's a rock star.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. This is some great reporting that goes beyond just reporting on schools to the deeper systemic issues surrounding the quality of education for children. I am blaming my Heckinger flub on the wine.
Yes. Sure. Yes, blame wine. All right. Best sports column. Love this category. Third place.
I can't flub this one. Fletcher Mackel, WDSU TV. I had to submit 3. This one says Alvin Gentry is a convert. David Griffin needs a true believer, plus 2 other.
Wait, is that the smart Mackel or the other one?
I'm going to say that since I've had enough wine, that's the smart Mackel.
That's the smart Mackel. Second place.
Les East, Saturday Down South, Crescent City Sports. It's past time for LSU to fire men's basketball coach Will Wade, plus 2 other columns that Les put in.
Yeah, again, this is one, because it's a column, you have to enter 3. And the winner in first place, Rod Walker of the Times-Picayune, with this column, which was terrific. The marriage of sports and social justice isn't going away soon, so please just listen. Rod Walker, one of the great people in New Orleans media, from the Times-Picayune, winning in Best Sports column.
And again, the one you saw is one of 3 submissions. And Rod does, literally hundreds of columns throughout the years, as his job is to be a sports columnist. So congratulations, Rod. Again, great work.
Yeah, great work from Rod, as always. And now to Best Magazine. This is our final category in Chunk 3. This is a big one. Literally every magazine in New Orleans enters, hotly contested. Third place.
Sarah George and Melanie Spencer, Louisiana Life.
Second place.
Susan Langenhenning, Liz Jury, and Nathan Lott, Preservation in Print.
Preservation in Print had a really good year with the awards. And in first place, it is 64 parishes. They won last year. They win again. It's Erin Greenwald and Chris Turner-Neal of 64 parishes. Congrats to them.
Congrats to them. Here's what the judges had to say. Great mix of stories, intriguing topics throughout. Congratulations.
And Fletcher Mackel, that is the end of Chunk 3.
Nice. Excellent. And now we are going to be moving on to the scholarship portion.
Yeah, we do want to talk. Look, the Press Club does actually have a philanthropic end to it. We actually do give out 3 scholarships now. They're $2,500 each to aspiring young journalists. Katie Moore, who works at WWL-TV, Dominic Massa, Ramon Antonio Vargas, all previous winners of the Press Club of New Orleans Scholarship. It's something we're very proud of doing. It is our philanthropic end.
And look, and it really is great. I mean, $2,500 could be used towards your meal plan or your books or a portion of your room and board, whatever you need it for. And I think everybody in today's world needs a little help. Why not with tuition or the cost of college these days? And we always get some great student journalists who truly can drink it on air.
Can I? Oh,
yeah.
Sure. You're right. It's YouTube.
I mean, look,
you saw me put it down.
Yeah, I saw
woo.
you kind of like flinch. It was like, here.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I think was funny I was going to say? Is that the best documentary was on the beer in New Orleans, and you saw Mel Levitt with the Jack's Beer logo.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We are sponsored tonight by Grocery Store Wine. So
I was going to say, how do we know what wine this is?
It doesn't matter. Oh, excuse me.
Yes, exactly.
David just said
Drink
it's a little
Jack's
better than
Beer.
grocery store wine.
Yes,
so,
there we go.
Yeah, out of a plastic cup.
It is good, and the plastic cup makes it better.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's talk about our scholarship winners because we're really proud to be able to give away 3 scholarships. Albert, if you want to go back to the PowerPoint of the Press Club of New Orleans, the 2021 scholarships. All right, here's what we do. We award 3 college scholarships a year. Each one of those scholarships is $2,500, and one of those 3 is sponsored by Renaissance Publishing, and we do want to thank Renaissance Publishing for sponsoring that scholarship. Our first scholarship winner is Taylor Nettle, Southeastern Louisiana University and North Shore High School, also known as Katie Moore High School. Congratulations to Taylor. Fletcher.
That's true. Here's a little bit more about Taylor. Congratulations. She studies broadcast journalism. She has a 3.5 GPA. She works for the Southeastern Channel, which has produced some serious broadcasting
really
talent.
Good stuff. They've won a bunch of Emmys.
Without question. Let me say this. Randy Russo, who is a tremendous asset to WDSU, came through the Southeastern Channel. She does a sports talk show. She does the big game of the week. She directs games for ESPN that are Southeastern games. She's an anchor and a reporter for North Shore News. This is someone who is definitely going places. You mentioned Katie. You mentioned Ramon Antonio Vargas. I have a feeling that we'll be talking about Taylor Nettle for several years now. Eventually, is potentially somebody who's winning these awards. So congratulations to her. She's done short films. She's done news packages. Again, she is the first recipient of the 3 scholarships we will be giving out tonight.
And here's Taylor.
Hi, my name is Taylor Nettle, and I am majoring in communications, concentrating in television and multimedia journalism at Southeastern Louisiana University. I just want to say thank you so much to the Press Club of New Orleans for this scholarship. It means so much to me, and I want to thank everybody who's helped me get to the point that I'm at today, because I couldn't have done any of this without you. Thank you.
Taylor Nettle, congratulations. Look, I know $2,500 is not going to pay for your college tuition, but I'll tell you this as a parent, every $2,500 is $2,500.
And let me say this, maybe that dorm room she was in had like double bunk beds. Like, maybe she can get her own dorm room
now you're talking.
Like, or
Now
maybe
you're
just
talking.
one set of bunk beds.
And then you're big time.
Yeah.
All right, our second scholarship winner, Isabella Brown. She's at American University, that's in Washington, D.C. She's a graduate of Lutcher Charter School, Fletcher.
Yeah, Lusher, obviously one of the great schools, uptown New Orleans, formerly Forshey High School. They're producing some amazing talent. She studies journalism at American University in D.C., as well as political science. She has a 3.9 GPA. She's a news staff writer for the Eagle, American University student-run newspaper. She's also interned with a real estate company based in New Orleans. So Isabella Brown, congratulations. Let's hear from Isabella about receiving our scholarship.
My name is Isabella Brown. I am a sophomore at American University, double majoring in journalism and political science. I thank the New Orleans Press Club for awarding me this scholarship, which will be really helpful in paying for tuition and other fees at American University and in continuing to pursue journalism at my university.
Congratulations to Isabella. You just got back from D.C. Doug, you could have given her her check in person covering the Saints in the Washington football game. So congratulations, Isabella.
That was a fun trip. All right, and our third scholarship winner is Gabriella Killett. And it's pronounced Killett, like she's killing it here at Loyola University. She is from St. Martin's Episcopal School, and she is the winner of the Renaissance Publishing Scholarship again. At Press Club, we have a bunch of partnerships. The partnership with Ren Pub is unbelievably good, and we sincerely appreciate them sponsoring one of our scholarships.
Yeah, Gabriella went to St. Martin's, as Doug said. I'll actually be at St. Martin's tomorrow hosting an event there. She also works at the Times-Picayune New Orleans Advocate. She's also worked at Offbeat Magazine and Fleur-de-Lis Publishing. She is currently the managing editor of The Maroon, Loyola's school newspaper. Let's hear from Gabriella, who, as Doug liked to say, is killing it here at Loyola University.
Hello, my name is Gabriella Killett, and I am honored to be chosen as the 2021 Press Club of New Orleans Scholarship Award winner. This summer, working an internship at the Times-Picayune New Orleans Advocate, Emily Woodruff sent me this scholarship application with a loving comment saying, "I think you'll win." Emily, I'm ecstatic that you are right, and I'm incredibly thankful that the Press Club chose me this year. This scholarship will help me support myself through the continuing difficult time of the COVID-19 pandemic and maintain financial stability as a leader at the Maroon, Loyola Student Media, in the classroom at Loyola, and as the Times-Picayune Sunday reporter. I'd like to offer a special thank you to Ramon Antonio Vargas, who mentored me at NOLA.com this summer and saw me on my worst and best days and stuck with me regardless. Thank you to my family at the Maroon, where friendships stand the test of sleep deprivation, time, and love. And another sincere thank you to my friends and family who have seen me love journalism with my whole heart and are finally seeing it pay off. Thank you especially to my nanny for being my hero and making all of my dreams come true. Again, this is Gabriella Killett. Thank you and take care.
Now, Gabby is sitting at the desk that Fletcher and I are sitting at, but through the magic of television, that was actually recorded earlier. So we didn't just get up and move and she sit down. That was pre-recorded, which is something we have the ability to do in television in 2021. Congratulations again to our three young women who all seem like superstars in the making.
Yeah, without question. Congratulations. And a great mix of schools, Southeastern, here at Loyola, American University in D.C. Great people from the North Shore, Metairie, uptown New Orleans, Lusher High School. So yeah, again, this is what we want to see. Great young journalists pursuing a career in our industry in some capacity that will more than likely be winning some of these awards in the next few years.
Yeah, and what's cool about it, that it's three different colleges, and it's two who stayed near home to go to school, and then one who went away, all pursuing. Look, and if you want to get involved in this, if you're a parent especially, it seems like the parents are more interested in scholarship money than the students, which I can certainly understand as a parent of college-age students. Look, if your student is involved in journalism and they're local kids, we don't care where they go to school, enter. We have three $2,500 scholarships, and we'd love to give it to local students.
All right, and I think we are now, congratulations again, in trying to hit Lee Zurich's mark of less than 3 hours.
Yeah, we're trying. All right, we're going to move on now to what
Chunk
we
4?
will affectionately call Chunk 4. We're going with a little bit different font. We're jazzing it up a little bit here. And, of course, that is the cover effect. To TV videography, we have 3 categories, checkerboard to breaking news videography. In third place.
Oh, Fletcher Mackel and Jeff Battle, WDSU TV. I was actually covering news today because of some staffing issues our old news director asked me to cover, and it ended up being the protest on the Crescent City Connection Bridge. It was a crazy night. Jeff Battle got some amazing video. Congratulations, Jeff.
Is that the handsome Mackel or the other one?
Definitely the handsome one.
Oh, second place.
WVUE staff, WVUE TV, Hurricane Zeta.
And the winner in Best News Videography is this.
Our photographer, Steve Wolfram, arrived moments before the first unit of firefighters got on the scene at 1:12 this afternoon.
Get the cars out!
Neighbors feared for the people inside this house in the 2600 block of South Johnson Street.
You said there was a baby in there?
Baby in there. A disabled baby and a newborn baby.
Oh, no.
They said it went up too fast, so they couldn't get him out.
What's that?
They said it went up too fast, so they couldn't get him out.
Yeah, that is Steve Wolfram of WWL-TV. It's called Central City Fire. It won for breaking news reporting, and obviously that is spectacular breaking news videography. And the way Wolfram holds on that interview and wings around the subject where you can see the house still early in the fire, that's just brilliant work.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Being there before the fire crew was key. Heartbreaking sound from the female neighbor.
Yeah, no question about it. Our second category, feature videography. This is a big one in videography. Third place.
Brian Lucas, one of the kind of legends of the NOLA TV market, recently retired. WWL TV, gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, you could say that about Brian Lucas. Yes, no question, a legend in New Orleans TV. Second place.
Dave McNamara, WVUE TV, Heart of Louisiana, Bayou Eagles.
Yeah, Dave, a terrific reporter, also shoots really nice stuff. And the winner in feature videography.
And just a closer walk with me. Oh, and grant me, Jesus, if you please. I'll be daily walking close to thee. Oh, and let it be, dear Lord, won't you let it be? Ooh, and I am weak, but you are strong.
And that is WWOZ staff of WWOZ FM. It was called Telephone Grooves.
Yeah, 8 different cameras simultaneously, all working in unison there during the pandemic to create something pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was really good stuff. And best photo essay. This is a story with no reporter narration. The subjects of your story do the narration. In third place.
Brian Lucas, WWL TV, Steve Gleason's Journey.
Second place.
Tim Guidry, WVUE TV, Crescent City Silence.
And the winner in best photo essay.
It's very difficult. You know, you work with these people every day and you see them every day and they become part of your family, and then to have to tell them that, you know, they don't have a job anymore and try and reassure them that things are going to be okay, and then, you know, what do you do?
It's a terrifying feeling to be in a situation where you were responsible for about 100 people. You know, making sure they got paid, making sure they had health insurance, and then suddenly there's nothing we can do now.
That is Derek Waldrop of WWL TV. Somber and terrific stuff. The difference between surviving and thriving, obviously about the restaurant industry in COVID.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Beautiful images telling a powerful story. The photographer knew how to capture the drama of the moment through his images and interviews. Very well done.
Yeah, the mood of that story was just terrific and right on point. Print writing. We've got 4 categories now. We're going to start with best column. In third place.
Eve Crawford Payton, New Orleans Magazine, Growing Pains.
Second place.
Richard Campanella, 64 Parishes, Geographer's Space.
And the winner in best column is The Storyteller from John Chase of Slidell Magazine. This is one of those columns. Congratulations to John Chase.
Yeah,
John Case.
Yeah, John Case. Slidell Magazine, obviously, I know we said that they are watching the YouTube stream right now. So congratulations, guys.
Yeah, Kim Bergeron and the Slidell Magazine. We've got lots of people in Slidell keeping track, and that is a big win. My guess is there's a big cheer going on right now in Slidell for the John Case win. Our next category, environmental science reporting. In third place,
Mark Schlefstein, NOLA.com. 15 years after Katrina, New Orleans levees are in the best shape ever. Experts say it's not enough.
Mark Schlefstein has been one of the great environmental reporters in America for decades now. In second place,
Kathy Bradshaw, Where You At Magazine, Pest Case Scenarios, Life in Bug Easy, Bugs and Rodents in New Orleans, Part 2.
And Fletcher, you know what's even better than Kathy Bradshaw from Where You At Magazine with Pest Case Scenarios, Life in the Bug Easy, Bugs and Rodents in New Orleans, Part 2, is Kathy Bradshaw from Where You At Magazine with Pest Case Scenarios, Bugs and Rodents in New Orleans, Part 1. Congratulations to Kathy Bradshaw.
Here's what the judges said. Interesting topic, well laid out for readers who should know about bugs, but recoil at the idea.
Recoil. And Kathy is focusing on the recoiling, and we love it. All right, best editorial illustration. Third place,
John Holcroft from Biz New Orleans Magazine, Office of the Future.
Second place,
Nick Richard, 64 Parishes, Funeral of Officer O'Neill Moore.
And what is a typical all-the-time winner in best editorial illustration is that Arthur Hardy's Mardi Gras Guide. The cover is awesome. Now, I do want to say this. You will see on this, it's the 45th annual of 2021. This was the contest from 2020. So you're saying, oh, no, he didn't hit the marker. This is supposed to be 2020. Well, Arthur Hardy publishes his Mardi Gras Guide in December of the previous year because his goal is to sell Mardi Gras Guides. So this was published in 2020, so it fits the rules, and it's colorful and brilliant. Even in a year where there were no parades, as Arthur says, no problem. Congratulations to David Johnson and Arthur Hardy.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Very colorful, creative, detailed, and thought-provoking. Congratulations, David and Arthur.
Yeah, congratulations to them. Investigative reporting. This is on the print side. Third place.
Michael Isaac Stein from The Lens, a Metairie wedding venue, has stayed open despite complaints about flouting coronavirus restrictions. Its paid consultant, Jefferson Parish Councilwoman Jennifer Van Vranken, spoke to state officials on its behalf.
That is a long title for Michael Isaac Stein. Second place.
Marta Jewson, The Lens, a report on special education at Bricolage Academy, showed serious shortcomings, but it was never presented to the school's board.
And the winner in best investigative reporting on the print side, it's Ramon Antonio Vargas, Monster in Our Midst, How Pedophile New Orleans Clergyman Stayed Near His Prey. That's Ramon working along with David Hammer of WWL-TV, working for the Times-Picayune, winners in investigative reporting.
Yeah, the judges said this investigation is well written and full of disturbing details, unfortunately.
Moving on to radio, our radio category, best radio show.
This year, we're staying home and staying safe. But it's still that time of year, and this festival is at the heart of New Orleans. It's part of who we are. So, WWOZ has joined with the Archive of New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation to broadcast 8 full festival days of some of the very best performances from Jazz Fest over the years. And we're calling it Jazz Festing in Place. So tune in to WWOZ, kick back, have something to drink, check out our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, enjoy your living room or your backyard or your balcony here in New Orleans or wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, and congratulations WWOZ with another win for Jazz Festing in Place, best radio show.
Congratulations. WWOZ has had a tremendous night so far.
And it's not over yet. Moving on to television categories. We've got 5 of them. We're going to start with Best Public Affairs. In third place,
Gina Swanson, WDSU TV, a salute to the class of 2020. About the graduates who unfortunately didn't get to have a real graduation right when the pandemic hit.
Gina, a longtime board member for the Press Club of New Orleans. Second place,
Sharice Gibson and Derek Waldrop, WWL TV, The Talk.
And the winner in Best Public Affairs,
as St. Bernard takes a trip back to the future to discover how the past drives the present and how today the focus is on action.
I got 5 more minutes till I get gone. And I really don't take the road I'm on.
that is WLAE TV's Go Coast Louisiana St. Bernard Parish. Congratulations to Tom Gregory, Jim Dotson, and Ron Yeager.
Yeah, the judges say excellent overall with good history. A nice feature that really does its job.
Investigative reporting on the TV side. This is a big one. In third place,
David Hammer, Ramon Antonio Vargas, WWL TV, Losing Faith.
Second place,
David Hammer, WWL TV, Hard Rock Building Inspector Investigation.
And the winner in investigative reporting this year,
to recreate, retrace their time in a box just like this. Here's the real version, and here it is filled up. No shower, no bed, just a toilet open for the rest of that box to see. Two nonviolent offenders, one in for driving drunk and fleeing from police, the other for a probation violation, spent more than 2 weeks locked up in this box or holding cell.
How long were you in holding for?
17 days.
You were in the holding cell for 17 days.
Holding cell for 17 days.
That was strong stuff from Lee Zurich and Cody Lilich, WVUE TV, Cell Blocked.
The judges say classic bit of investigative reporting with unforgettable video, a big response from viewers, and change prompted by the coverage at the sheriff's office.
And I'll say this, Fletcher, from judging other cities, investigative reporting is one of the categories that most strongly stands out, where I will get investigative reports that I will declare the winner in much larger markets. And it's stuff that would not crack this top three. We have a stable, a bullpen of investigative reporters in New Orleans that is incredibly impressive. All right, to our next TV category, education reporting. In third place,
Paul Murphy, WWL TV, Salvage School Desk Turned into Art.
Second place,
Meg Farris, WWL TV, Tony Hoover Profile.
And the winner in education reporting.
60 years later, the building she couldn't eat or drink in, the building where white parents didn't want their kids around black children, is now owned by Tate's Foundation. And it's named after them, called the Tate ATO Prevost Center, or TEP Center for short. In it will be an educational facility to promote civil rights and to help dismantle systemic racism.
I know a lot of hate was started here, and I really feel like it needs to end here. We need to have some dialogue here.
Second win of the night for Christina Watkins of WDSU TV. The story was called Student Who Desegregated NOLA School Now Owns It. Turns it into Civil Rights Center.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Powerful, important, deep dive into history, great narration in interviews. Congratulations, Christina. She does some great work all the time, but really, she did some great work. That's why she was nominated in so many categories for this cycle of awards.
Our next category, Best Weathercast, in third place.
Margaret, or I can only imagine. I'm going to say like an umpteenth time winner of this, and always in the top three. Congratulations to Margaret.
Still bringing it strong. Second place.
Quaylen Murphy, WDSU TV, second place. Congratulations, Quaylen.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Quaylen. And the winner in Best Weathercast.
So it's gradually increasing speed, and it is going to be very fast. By tomorrow morning, we're expecting a Category 1 storm, an 85-mile-per-hour hurricane. So there we are. That's 7 in the morning. 12 hours later, that storm is going to be exiting southeast Louisiana. So we are going to see the weather go downhill very fast in the afternoon. We're going to want to be sheltering in place by midday at the latest and earlier if you're at the coast.
That, of course, David Bernard of WVUE TV, the winner in Best Weathercast.
Third consecutive year for David Bernard. Congratulations. The judges say weather is clearly second nature for David Bernard. I felt like he was talking to me and just spelling out what was going to happen during a serious time.
Yeah, very good job from David Bernard, again, as usual. All right, our final TV category in this chunk is feature reporting. One of the feature reporting, print and TV, are two of the most heavily entered categories. If you're on this board, it is something special. In third place,
Erica Ferrando, former WDSU TV intern, one of our greatest interns ever, Southeastern Channel product.
Fontainebleau High School.
There you go, from WWL TV now. Mardi Gras Indians pay tribute.
Second place,
Kim Holden and Kai Kalia, WVUE TV, Journey to Restore Lincoln Beach.
And the winner in Best Feature Reporting.
What you're about to hear is a story of survival.
Everything in my head had been burned, my eyes, my ears, my throat.
As told by the men who bear the scars, both visible
As we started hearing moaning,
and unseen. No one emerged from this fire unscathed. But they are all still standing, a testament to an epic tale of rescue and recovery.
That was a chilling and amazing story from Karen Swenson, WWL TV Rescue and Recovery.
Yeah, Karen, obviously one of those legends in the market. The judges say first-class telling of an incredibly powerful, dramatic story.
Yeah, drama there in a big way, and it was just beautiful. All right, we're going to wrap up this chunk with 2 still photography categories. First, portrait, self-explanatory. In third place,
Josh Danzig, Kathy Bradshaw, and Romney Caruso, Where Ya At magazine. Susan Spicer, true to herself.
Second place,
Matthew Hinton, very local New Orleans. Big Chief says goodbye to his wife.
and the restaurant theme is the winner in Best Portrait. That is Michael DeMacher of very local New Orleans. Just a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and obviously it tells the entire story. The judges say a gut punch. Obviously, it's about the restaurant industry during COVID. Eric Cook, a former Marine who owns Gree after it closed for COVID. So Michael with just a really poignant photograph there.
And the picture said it all about the story. Closed for COVID, you sort of knew it by the expression. That's beautiful stuff. We talked about the photographic talent in New Orleans is crazy. And feature photo, this is a big one. This is the one that gets the most entries among photographers. Third place,
Sophia Germer, the Times-Picayune, the New Orleans Advocate. Kim Boutte, second line.
Second place,
Matthew Hinton, very local New Orleans, Mardi Gras Wrestling.
and the winner in Best Feature Photo is that beauty, the blue colors from David Grunfeld of the Times-Picayune, NOLA.com. He teaches photography here at Loyola. Grunfeld is not just one of the best in Louisiana, he's one of the best in the country. I am Grunfeld's biggest fan. That photo called New Orleans life during Tropical Storm Cristobal.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. A very dramatic shot of a trumpeter in the rain.
And Tropical Storm Cristobal was the storm that had the most pronunciations.
Cristobal.
It was Cristobal, it was Cristobal, it was Cristobal. It had all... In one 20-minute chunk of anyone's news, you heard the storm pronounced 6 to 7 different times. At one point, I was keeping track. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of chunk 4. But we do want to say this. Albert, go back to the slideshow. Look, we do have trophies for all the winners, but we have 1 trophy per category. Obviously, it's $25 to enter. That is our cost of getting trophies. So obviously, if you have 3 names on a trophy, we can't make 3 trophies when it's a 25. We're getting 25 and putting out 150. That math is just not going to work for a nonprofit. But we do make trophies available at our cost. That is tax included, $48.49. You can email Paul at jackpetty.com. That is the phone number, 504-840-9985. They are on Old Metairie Road. Or look it up, Jack Petty. If you forget to write it down right now, look it up tomorrow. If there's 3 names on a trophy and you want to get an extra one for less than $50, Paul will be happy to make you another trophy.
Yeah, again, we wish we could give everybody a trophy, but
sure,
some people have to share, and if not, get your own. I routinely buy my own, so I think there's
look,
nothing
if there's
wrong
3
with
names,
that.
like I said, just from a press club standpoint, we're a nonprofit. We're not dealing in big money, and the math is pretty simple. At $50 each, if you want more than 1, it's available to you. Everybody gets a trophy.
And I will say, I think it's refill time for us. So
Yes.
for just 1 minute, we're going to go ahead and send it over to David, I believe, and he's going to tell us about a press club endeavor near and dear to his heart.
Yeah, well said. David, go ahead.
Hey, great. Was that an awkward transition? I'm sorry.
It was low energy.
I work in print. But, okay, so there are actually 2 things that I would like to bring to our membership and our audiences tonight. The first one is going to be LEAD. It's an organization that was founded by one of our members, reporter Jennifer Lorino. Many of you may remember her. She's worked with a lot of us over the past years, and she started an organization or co-founded an organization that focuses on educating local youth and the fundamentals of journalism. So we're going to roll to a video right now that just explains what they do. Albert, can we roll that video?
My name is Jennifer Lorino. I'm a journalist in New Orleans, Louisiana, and co-founder of Lead New Orleans. Lead New Orleans is a nonprofit news organization that brings young adults, journalists, and creatives together to produce equitable, community-driven media. We do that in two ways. One is through media education, through workshops, panels, and networking events. The other is through our paid fellowship program, which supports emerging Black, Latinx, Asian, and LGBTQ+ journalists in our city. We teach emerging journalists how to do community journalism in the 21st century. That's news gathering to multimedia and video work. And then we turn around and put those learnings into direct action by doing reporting and information gathering in communities that are underrepresented in local media.
Excellent. If you would like to donate or join or be a mentor to any of the LEAD youth that are coming up through it, you can email Jen at leadnola.com, or if you would like to donate, it's paypal.me/leadnola. David, thank you very much. Excellent. So the next thing I would like to talk about is the exhibition that we have in Prospect, New Orleans, which begins next week. We wanted to find a way to showcase the photographers that are members of our association, and we did that through a partnership with Prospect NOLA. It's a triennial art exhibition. It's an international art exhibition. They accepted our proposal to have a photo exhibition. On Monday, we will have a press panel that obviously none of you need to really participate in because you're members of the media and you already know what you're doing. But on November 7th, that's when our actual exhibit will commence. There will be photographs on display from many of our members, and we will be sending that information out to you via an email. That's all I got.
That's great.
I'm in print.
That was great.
I did not mean to have to say that. I'm in print.
That's David T. Baker, the new president of the Press Club of New Orleans.
Yes,
Yeah,
who...
just super graceful.
No, it's fantastic.
David, come on, that was
Super
spectacular.
graceful.
And now, speaking of a great way, yes, Doug gave me the signal. Break. So 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
The Loyola pit crew is getting ready to swap out. New director, new floor up, new floor people.
Still coming.
Yes.
Best newscast, best feature in print, best use of Facebook.
Basically our last most important chunk.
And the best of the best. Still to come after this 3-minute break.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. All right, first of all, Fletcher, let me say this. You know how you know this is good wine? Because there's a screw top. That's how you know it's really good. The cheaper wine, they put a cork in.
Yeah.
The good wine comes out of the screw top.
We don't have to wait for this to be vinegar tomorrow. It'll be vinegar by the end of the show.
It is beautiful and wonderful, and we're happy to do it. All right, this is the last chunk. And by the way, we heard there is a drinking game going. Melanie Spencer from Ren Pub, our former press club president, is apparently drinking every time I say the word chunk. So when I say chunk, they take a shot. So if I said chunk one, they would shoot.
That's three straight.
Chunk two, they would shoot.
Yeah.
Chunk three, they would shoot.
Chunk 4, and now we're on chunk 5.
And then this is chunk 5, and coming is going to be chunk 6.
Right.
But let's go back.
And I will say this, chunk 5 and 6 are both pretty quick.
Chunk 5 is huge. I wouldn't say it's quick.
Well, I would say that.
It's me and you.
Well,
but
right.
I will say. Look, chunk 5, these are all categories that we love. All right, Albert, let's go back to the PowerPoint.
Boom.
Boom. It is the 63rd Annual Press Club of New Orleans Excellence in Journalism Awards. That's the ripple effect, and that is chunk 5.
4 digital categories here.
That's right, and that was the cover effect. And here comes what, Fletcher? What effect? Checkerboard. Ooh. Right there. Best use of Instagram. Love this category. We came up with this a few years ago. Look, we came up with best use of Twitter, best use of Instagram, and best use of Facebook. Now press clubs across the country are copying that. That's one of the things I'm proud of. We've tried to stay ahead of adding categories before other people do that are relevant going forward. Anyway, sorry, third place.
Here we go. Staff from Louisiana Life, Instagram.
Second place.
Mary Stays, sitting right over there sipping the wine. Matthew Hinton, very local New Orleans, Mardi Gras Indian funeral for Leonard Brooks.
The wine with the screw top, not that bad stuff with the cork. And the winner of best use of Instagram. This was a great series of Instagram posts from Preservation in Print. It was an architectural quiz of New Orleans with some amazing shots from across the city. Congratulations to Davis Allen. It was PRC's architecture quiz.
Here's what the judges had to say. This quiz series seems a fun and intriguing way to survey the city and see homes residents might not regularly pass. The photos were gorgeous.
Photos were gorgeous. I will attest to that. Best social media campaign. Second place.
Ashante Bailey, WVUE TV, Festing in Place.
And that is the theme because the first place winner is from WWOZ, and it is their Jazz Festing in Place from the WWOZ staff.
The judges say a great comprehensive package, good images too, and it appears to have generated lots of engagement, great and needed service to the community during a dark time.
And then on to best use of Facebook, which has become a heavily entered category. In third place.
2 great people that I work with, Aaron Lowry, our digital media manager, and of course, a Lifetime Achievement Award recipient and chief meteorologist, Margaret Orr. This was really emotional stuff. Margaret Orr's emotional Facebook post.
Second place.
WWOZ staff, WWOZ FM, WWOZ Online Wire.
And the winner of the best use of Facebook.
As you can see, there is a small no man's land dividing line between NOPD officers on your right and protesters, several hundred, perhaps thousands on the left, shouting, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." We're going to listen in.
That is Chris McCrory of WWL-TV with the Crescent City Connection protest.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Chris McCrory demonstrates quick thinking and a knowledge of the city he covers by getting to the scene of the protest as it's unfolding from a unique vantage point. He also faced dangerous conditions with a tear gas canister thrown towards him. The public had a better view of what happened during the protest than they otherwise would have.
And look, this is what I love about these 3 categories, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. WWOZ wins in Twitter for their Jazz Fest, which they use Twitter how that social media platform can be used best. On Instagram, it's the beautiful photos from Preservation in Print, which is the best way you can use Instagram. And then, look, Facebook Live is a thing that you can use to instantly, as you could see for Chris McCrory's video there, instantly get into the heart of what's happening live. It was great use of each of those platforms. And this is a brand new category, Best Podcast, created through a suggestion from one Fletcher Mackle. Says, you know what, we got a bunch of podcasts, we should have a category. Yes, we should have a Best Podcast category. This is the category we added for this year. Already so popular, we're trying to figure out how to subdivide it. Next year there might be multiple podcast categories, because New Orleans is producing a bunch of quality podcasts. In third place.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of quality submissions in year one. It was a tremendous outpouring for podcasts. Errol Laborde, Kelly Massacott, New Orleans Magazine, Mardi Gras, Beyond the Beads.
Yeah, Fletcher, that was a great suggestion to add this category. I love this category. Second place.
WVUE Sports Staff, WVUE TV, Fox 8 Sports Overtime Podcast.
And the winner in Best Podcast.
This week on Behind the Lens, it was a rough week for the establishment at the ballot box. All three tax propositions in the city backed by the mayor's office failed by wide margins. We'll talk about what comes next. In a hotly contested runoff for district attorney, Jason Williams prevailed over Kiva Landrum. We'll discuss what that means in criminal justice. And a strongly worded opinion from a federal magistrate recommended denial of the city's request to halt the construction of the jail facility known as Phase 3.
That is Carolyn Heldman of The Lens. That was Beyond the Lens 108, episode 108. We voted.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Beyond the Lens is extremely well produced, engaging, and interesting. Great work, exclamation point.
Exclamation. They got the exclamation point. Not a lot of those going around. All right. Moving on to print writing. Our final four categories in print/writing. First, medical health reporting. Third place.
Ramon Antonio Vargas, the Times-Picayune. It could happen to anyone. It could happen to anybody. Kenner lawyer, 45, in critical care with coronavirus, wife says.
Yeah, and I was a little heavy on the finger there. I revealed second place while you were reading third place.
It's okay. If I could read the third place, the timing would have worked well.
Yeah, well, I kind of fat-fingered that one, so I apologize. Second place.
All right, here we go. Philip Kiefer from The Lens, domestic violence victims and advocates who report breakdowns in stay-away order processing during COVID-19 restrictions.
And the winner in medical health reporting is Katie Reckdahl of NOLA.com. The impact of work on the job coronavirus exposure, a key driver in Black Latino communities. Katie Reckdahl getting her fourth win of the night. Katie, like I said, one of our superstars.
Yeah, her second one with NOLA.com, and then obviously one with Vox, and so she's done some great work for a number of platforms.
Yeah, congratulations to Katie. Print continuing coverage in third place.
Della Hassel, Famian Roberts, and Charles
Lucier,
of course. NOLA.com. How safe are our schools tracking coronavirus warning systems?
Second place.
Michael Isaac Stein from The Lens, New Orleans Public Library tax election.
And the winner in Best Print continuing coverage is Tristan Bark and Tegan Wendland of NOLA.com for their stories on waterways, Dutch lessons for a changing coast. Tristan and Tegan from the Times-Picayune.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Smart, insightful, and well-written series. I remember after Katrina, a lot of people sent crews to the Netherlands to study how they live with water. And obviously, this is something that we'll deal with for the rest of our lives in Southeast Louisiana. So great job there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And moving on, Best Editorial in third place.
Arthur Hardy's Mardi Gras Guide from the publisher.
Second place.
Alan Smason, Crescent City Jewish News, Flames of Outrage.
And the winner in Best Editorial is Jason Berry, writing for the Daily Beast, with an editorial titled Trump Copies New Orleans Tragic 1853 Yellow Fever Playbook. Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. Extremely well-researched editorial written with exceptional flair and style.
Yeah, congratulations to Jason Berry on the big win in Best Editorial. And our final category in print/writing is feature reporting. Traditionally, our single heaviest entered category. To be on the board in this category with the kind of feature reporting that is done here is incredibly impressive. Be proud if you're on this board. In third place.
And when Doug says the most of all the categories for TV, print, radio, and everything. Yeah. Chelsea Brasted and Michael DeMacher, very local in New Orleans. Is the pandemic capable of changing the restaurant industry for the better?
Second place.
Christy Mathern Hull, 64 parishes passed by.
And the winner in Best Feature Reporting, a great story from 64 parishes, John Bardis. Congratulations to him. The title of the story was Sailing While Black, the story of free black sailors trapped in Louisiana's slave prisons.
Yeah, here's what the judges had to say. John Bardis examines a little-known, shameful, and shocking chapter of history, a compelling story, very well told.
Yeah, really compelling story. On to our final 5 television categories. We'll start with environmental science reporting. In third place,
John Snell, WVUE TV, Coasting Crisis, Saving Paradise.
Second place,
Sharice Gibson, WWL TV, Victims of Progress.
And the winner in environmental science reporting is
George Howard is a banker. His currency is mud and sand. His mitigation banking company, Restoration Systems, purchases areas where wetlands have been lost over the decades and restores them, like here at Jesuit Bend in Plaquemines Parish.
This was open water up until about 3 years ago when we finished the project. You could have ridden a jet ski around it, and we put 3.5 feet of new sand right out of the river from 6 miles away. So we chose this location at Jesuit Bend very specifically because it would provide protection to the levees, which are pretty sensitive here, as people know.
Yeah, that was a fascinating story from David Hammer, WWL TV, Mitigation Banks Investigation.
Yeah, congratulations, David, who, by the way, I played baseball with at Lakeview Playground when we were 12 years old.
Wow. And one of the great quarterbacks in Ben Franklin history.
Boom.
David Hammer could run and frequently had to run for his life as Ben Franklin's quarterback. Ben Franklin with not the greatest football history. Would that be safe to say?
I think some Falcons alumni, the orange and green right now, are not loving your comments. But
No,
I would
I don't
agree.
mean that
I
in
would
a bad
agree.
way. I just mean
would
that in a
agree.
factual way.
I would agree.
David
It's just a fact.
Hammer could run for his
Right.
life in a beautiful way. All right. Best business reporting in third place.
Shelley Brown, WVUE TV, Fox 8 Defenders Appliance Repair Issues.
Second place.
Lee Zurich and Cody Lillich, WVUE TV, Payroll Problems.
And the winning story in business reporting.
Keep in mind, Geico specifically asked the question, did you have a lapse in coverage because you were deployed? And even when you answer yes, in many states, they quote soldiers more.
The fact that Geico asked the question, were you deployed, and then penalizes them, shame on Geico. But also, shame on the insurance commissioners and the lawmakers who let this happen.
You called overcharging.
Oh, absolutely. There is no actuarial reason that a deployed soldier, when he or she comes back to the States, should pay more for auto insurance if they were a good driver.
This was a strong story from Lee Zurich, WVUE TV, called Patriot Penalty.
Congratulations, Lee. I want to say, what is that, like 4 wins?
I think so. It might be 5, but it's a bunch. All right, best on-air talent, wide-ranging, send in whatever you want. Could be live shots, anchoring, whatever.
Yeah, without question. We see a lot of different winners, entries from various platforms. I'm always curious as to who judges it and what they're looking for.
Who knows?
But you're right. But that's what makes it great is that we see a lot of submissions from traditional anchoring to kind of off-the-wall personalities, so to say.
Yeah, Kevin Belton won this last year for a lot of cooking stuff. It's the kind of thing we sort of leave it open-ended. Let the judges decide. We got more entries this year than we've ever gotten before in this category. In third place,
Travers Mackle, WDSU TV.
Wait,
So-
is that the uncool Mackle?
Yeah, probably so.
I heard one of them's uncool.
The more talented Mackle.
Okay. Speaking of uncool, second place.
Doug Mouton, WWL TV.
And the winner in best on, I am the king of second place. And the winner in best on-air talent.
Here, all pretense of a balanced diet disappears.
These holes are going down, or they're coming up. One of the two. There is no in between. Hey girls, don't try this at home. All right, my loves, don't try this at home. This is not healthy eating.
There's a whole lot of holes that are waiting to be inhaled.
1, Start eating those hoes!
Tom Gregory is fun to watch. That's Tom Gregory from Cox Sports TV /YourView/WLAE TV, winning in Best On Air Talent.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes this category great. I know you did sports. My brother did a lot of great news reporting, yet Tom Gregory chugging donut holes like in an eating contest is the winner. So
Yes.
I always find this category fascinating every year.
Yeah, this category, you're right. What the judges are looking for, who knows? And look, let me say this about the judging, all right? We sent to roughly 15 press clubs across the country. We have a system that Kevin Mumphrey, I'll give him credit when he was press club president, designed where no press club gets the same category 2 years in a row. So if you win for Best Investigative Reporting, it is a different group of judges in a different city in that category the next year. And one thing I tried to do in sending stuff out to judges, that if you, Fletcher, were in 3 different categories, I tried to send them to 3 different judges. So, for instance, you said Lee won 4 or 5 times. That was 4 or 5 different judges in different cities who all recognize that his stuff is pretty good.
And we should also say that you kind of spearhead this, but we work with press clubs San Francisco, Las Vegas, Syracuse, New York, Milwaukee, literally all around the country, and some pretty significant markets,
all
too.
Bigger than us.
That have big-time news.
Well,
So-
Syracuse is not bigger.
No.
I would say of the 15, 12 are larger markets than us. Milwaukee is a big one. Pittsburgh,
Sure.
Los Angeles.
Right.
Anyway, so I did want to say that about the judging, that it's different judges every year. So Best On Air Talent will get a different judge next year that has not judged it in the last 3 years, that category.
I agree.
Okay. We got 2 left. Best Sportscast, 3rd place.
Uh-oh. Fletcher Mackel, Sharif Ishak, and Caroline Gonzalez, WDSU TV.
2nd place. I wonder who's in 2nd place.
Doug Mouton. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't feel bad for you because this was me last year.
Yeah.
Last year I had like 5 seconds, and you tried to tell me that's so good.
That's so good. But when you're getting 2nd, this is just me because I'm slightly competitive. It feels like a knife in the forehead. Not even in the heart, but like right in my face, where I can see it with my eyeballs as it's penetrating my forehead. You know what I mean? Like if you look up, you can see it going in. All right, and the winner in Best Sportscast.
Savion Jones doesn't take his ranking as one of the top defensive ends in the state in the class of 2021 for granted. The St. James senior would have never gotten into that position if he didn't survive a rare breathing disorder as an infant. He wears the reminder daily with a scar just below his neck where a breathing tube was inserted.
I was in the hospital for like almost half a year because of this. Like when I was a baby, I yanked the cord off my neck.
That is Ricardo LeCompte of WWL-TV. Let me say this, Fletcher. Ricardo, 1, is one of the most likable, easy to get along with people that I've worked with in 30-something years in television. 2, the Louis Armstrong head over his shoulder, I think, was a big thing. But I think 3, what might have thrown it over the edge for Ricardo, he had the extra button unbuttoned on the shirt. I think Ricardo went sexy, and I think the sexy paid off. Ricardo LeCompte wins for Best Sportscast. Do you agree or not?
Look, I'm going to agree with you because the 3rd place also had a very home sportscast element to it, but it did not feature Sharif with one more button on his shirt.
Right. And I bet you couldn't see Sharif in the extra tight pants.
That would have done it.
I bet if Sharif was standing up in the extra tight pants, he could compete with Ricardo with the extra unbuttoned button, but Sharif sitting is like a normal person. So, but Ricardo with the button, sexy wins. Best Sportscast, clearly 2nd place.
And congratulations. In all seriousness, I mean, Ricardo does.
Well, Ricardo's great. Ricardo's awesome. We're teasing, but Ricardo's terrific. Anyway, Best Newscast. Clearly, the TV stations, talk about competitive. This is the one. 3rd place.
WDSU staff, WDSU TV, WDSU News at 6 p.m.
2nd place.
Ian Kramer from WWL TV, Eyewitness News at 6.
Ian Kramer was last year's 1st place winner. And 1st place.
Fox 8 Local First starts now.
Hurricane Zeta ripped through Louisiana, making landfall with wind speeds just 1 mile below what would have made it a Category 3 storm.
Now people are left cleaning up a mess. Good evening, I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Kim Holden.
That is Dana Sauer with her second win in the last 3 years from WVUE TV for Fox 8 News at 5. That is a heck of a way to start a newscast.
Yeah, that was some great video. Here's what the judges had to say. A terrific team of journalists delivered viewers compelling coverage of the storm and its devastating impact on the community.
And that does it for Chunk 5. Now, we do want to tell you we still have the best of the best coming. But before we do that, let's send it over to Mary Stays. Mary, give us a final wrap. How did we do on the YouTube page? How did the chat go? Like, what is your final, what are your takeaways from tonight?
The takeaways were that we had a lot of fun. We hit.
And we drank the wine with the screw top.
We did. We still have one bottle left, actually. Oh. We hit more than 80 people on YouTube watching us live. So that was amazing. The chat was tons of fun. Everybody shouted out the winners. So it was great all around. Hopefully we don't have to do this next year. Yeah. Hopefully we can be in person and at tables and chatting in the audience for real. But it was a ton of fun. Like I said before, if you guys need a program, if you wanted to see who the winners are, it'll be on the website soon. And if you want to congratulate the people on YouTube, you can go ahead and hit the comments. But thank you guys. It was a ton of fun. We appreciate y'all.
Mary Stays, thank you for doing this with us all night. Mary, as we said, a professor here at Loyola, great social media person, was with us at WWL TV, now at Very Local New Orleans. Anyway, love having you with us, Mary. We never want to do this again, but if we have to, you're back in. We're not going to have to, right?
No. Next summer we're going to be back, right? We're going to be
we
back.
said that last year.
I know, but let's just hope this year.
We said that, and we lied to people.
I don't think anybody thought
we lied to people.
A year and a half later, we'd still be doing virtual stuff.
We looked into the camera and lied.
Well,
we said
we told what was truthful at the time.
We thought what we believed was truthful at the time, which was a lie.
Hindsight, we were incorrect. It wasn't a lie. It was correct in the moment.
I think it was misguided and stupid in the moment.
Somebody needs look. No more of this.
No, all right.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't misguided and stupid. Maybe we just wished it would be over.
It was.
And I'm wishing that'll be over for next year because the Higgins Hotel sounds awesome.
It is. I can't express to you enough. Higgins Hotel, sit-down dinner, grand ballroom, private party on the rooftop bar afterwards.
Yeah.
David, this was going to be arguably the best press club gala maybe in the last decade. And now it's been punted until 2022. So hopefully.
The amount of alcohol that gets consumed at a normal press club gala, can you imagine the first one in 3 years?
I know.
It's going to be bananas next year.
Yeah. With some great Lifetime Achievement Award recipients doing it the right way,
Nancy
plus one more,
Walt
plus
and
another
one.
One. Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. And I can't wait. I don't ever want to build the 500 pages of PowerPoint that we're seeing tonight ever again. All right. Speaking of which, let's go back to the PowerPoint, Albert, and let's wrap this thing up with what we will affect. That was the ripple effect, by the way, which we'll affectionately call Chunk 6. It is the special awards.
And this is, and Doug's going to explain it more, this is the best of the best.
Right.
This is like the best of the first place winners.
Well, first we have two that are roped into a particular category. The Billy Rainey Memorial Award is given to Best Print Breaking News. We already know the winner of that one. It was the terrific story on dominatrices from Ramon Antonio Vargas and Sarah Pagonis and David Hammer, and they win that for
You
that.
just wanted to say it again, didn't you?
I did. Dominatrices is a fun word. And to the Ashton Phelps Senior Memorial Award, which is given every year to Best Editorial Writing. We know the winner of that one already. It is that incredibly well-researched editorial from Jason Berry from the Daily Beast. Trump copies New Orleans' tragic 1853 Yellow Fever playbook. Jason Berry did a great job in that. And he wins the Ashton Phelps Senior Memorial Award in addition to the regular Press Club Award.
Yeah, congratulations. Now we are getting into, and what Doug will do a better job breaking down here, is that if there were like 11 video categories.
Right.
All of the first place winners got sent to a different press club. So those 11, the best of the best. So if you win this, this is a serious, serious honor.
Yeah, this is it. And first we'll start with the Halliday Still Photography Award. So again, we had 4 still photography categories. We took those 4 winners, created a new category where only the 4 winners were entered. So the 4 people in this category didn't know they were in this category. Well, they know now because they've won earlier tonight. In a new category, it gets a new judge. We held one of our judges to judge just the best of the best, and the winner of the best still photograph of the year is, and again, it's the best of the category winners, David Grunfeld for the Trumpeter in the Rain from Hurricane Cristobal, given multiple pronunciations. Grunfeld, I said it before, I am the world's biggest Grunfeld fan. For anyone at Loyola, if you don't take Grunfeld's class, like, there's no excuse. I don't care. You could be like in the law school, and you should be taking Grunfeld's class. First of all, he's one of the most entertaining humans you'll ever meet, and second of all, he's one of the great photographers in America.
Yeah, without question. Such a great worker, too. He goes from sports, shooting great Saints stuff. If anybody who was watching the hurricane coverage of Ida, he got in some of the TV video, running around in downtown New Orleans in 100-mile-an-hour wind, getting some amazing shots.
Yeah, one of the great hustlers you'll ever see. Grunfeld, look, he's everything that I like about a journalist. He works hard, he cares, and he produces amazing content. Congratulations to David Grunfeld. All right, the next one, the President's Television Videography Award. As Fletcher said, I think it's 8 or 9 videography categories. All the winners all get put into one new category with a new judge, and this one is judged the best of the winners.
We kind of saw as soon as the national government really sat up and said, okay, we need to start doing social distancing, we sat down with our teams and let them know that we think this is going to be really serious, that within a week, the world's going to be a very different place.
There was one day where people were separated. We removed a certain amount of tables. Literally the next day we went to takeout only. And we gave that a shot. We gave that about a week, and it was very clear that that wasn't sustainable.
For the second year in a row, the winner of the President's Television Videography Award is Derek Waldrop of WWL-TV. Derek is a superstar. The story was the difference between surviving and thriving. The mood, the feel, the video was great. The story was sad and perfect for the time. Derek is brilliant, and this was a great story.
Yeah, it really was. Obviously, some of the local restaurants, what they were going through. Michael Galata there. I did a lot of media, and really, I went back and watched that when you told me about it, and it really was.
Yeah.
It was the photo essay category, and it was a really tremendous piece. From just the shots he used, the music, the interviews, it moved perfectly. It was really well done.
Yeah, and I'll say this, both Derek's story and the one that is about to win for the other Jim Metcalf Award, both with similar feel. On to the Alex Waller Memorial Award. This is the best of the category winners for print reporting. Again, this is 11, I think maybe 12 print reporting winners, all in a new category, and the winner is, I called her a rock star at the beginning of the night, it's Katie Reckdahl winning again. This was the lifestyle reporting winner. Stripped of its cultural rights, New Orleans is at a loss for how to mourn COVID-19 deaths. It is about how funerals were changed in COVID-19. Katie Reckdahl writes beautiful stuff, and she wins the Alex Waller Memorial Award again.
Yeah, again, this isn't the first time. It certainly won't be the last. And she did produce some tremendous work this year.
And again, a story for the times. You talk about a 2020 story that fit 2020. It wasn't just a good story. It was a good story, literally, that could have only been done in 2020. And that's true for this one, too. The Jim Metcalf Memorial Award, the television reporting, 11, 12, not sure the exact number, television reporting categories. And the best of the best winner is...
Jazz clarinetist Tim Laughlin would normally be playing with a band at French Quarter clubs and festivals. A few weeks ago, he decided to play from his balcony in the middle of the French Quarter.
So the first time you did it, a few folks probably walked by and go, oh, what's this guy doing up there?
Nobody walked by. But neighbors were cracking their windows and coming out. And I'm like, well, this is kind of nice. And I like the way it sounded from the hitting the wood balcony floor, bouncing out.
That is Dave McNamara's terrific story, The Isolation Blues, part of his Heart of Louisiana series. And again, Fletcher, one of those stories that could only be done in 2020. I love the fact that our best of the best are so, Grunfeld's photo, and actually all four of them so rooted to what 2020 was. First of all, it was a boatload of hurricanes that we had to cover. Granted, most were near misses, Zeta wasn't, and it was COVID related, and it was, I thought the tone of this story was just beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with absolutely everything you're saying, that you've got one is storm related, and then three of the best are what everybody dealt with and was touched by in some way, which was the pandemic, which is still ongoing, but really in 2020, how our lives changed and how we adjusted and adapted.
And Tim Laughlin, by the way, the clarinetist, Adam Ney, the photographer that I work with all the time, one of the great photographers in New Orleans, that's his uncle. It's his mom's brother.
Wow.
Tim Laughlin, yes, I've heard all about him. He's a great local clarinetist. I was like, seeing him profiled is awesome. Seeing that win is fun.
Yeah, and again, I think that the work this year, I think the work every year, you and I look at this, and I'm just blown away and proud to be a part of it in some way. And I understand, like, you're joking a lot of times, which if people can't see your face when we're laughing about this, about finishing second, you're like, it's like getting stabbed in the face. But here's the thing. In some way, just to be on the board, because a lot of the work, and especially last year with what everybody went through and covered during the storms and social justice and with the pandemic, that's some of the best work I think our market has truly produced in years.
Yeah, and I will say that it's the biggest reason I wanted to be on the press club board, because competitors, you and I are, normally, we're competing, and I take that extremely seriously, but I love the quality of work being put out in New Orleans, and that's what I wanted to be a part of, to join the press club, to join the board, and get involved in the awards, to try to continue this tradition that we've set up for 63 years. That's crazy. 63 years we've given out these awards, and the awards are terrific, and the quality of work is unbelievable. And I wish everyone could judge these major markets. I judge Los Angeles and San Francisco and major markets every year, and there'll be some great stuff, and there'll be plenty that I say, well, this wouldn't compete in New Orleans.
And let me say this, in what you're talking about, Los Angeles is market 2 in the country. 10 million people live in the metro area.
Right. And they put out great stuff.
Let me say this, but the work that is produced here is truly on par with anywhere. And I know people hear that, and you think, is that true? It is true. A lot of the work that is produced here could compete with any of the work in the country.
Yeah, no question about it. And it was fun to be able to put this together. It's fun to honor the winners. We'll get back to competition tomorrow. We'll get back to fighting for stories tomorrow. But for one night, let's just say congratulations to everybody, to everyone who finished in the top 3, just to everybody who even entered. We hope you'll enter next year. I do want to say this. Next year, we're going back to our regular schedule, which is after Mardi Gras. We never start the submissions before Mardi Gras because everybody's up to their eyeballs in work until Mardi Gras. But Ash Wednesday, we're opening up the contest. So get your entries together. We've delayed it the last 2 years because COVID has thrown such a monkey wrench into everything. So we're going to start Ash Wednesday. Be ready to enter. We're going to go back in person next summer, we hope and we think. And
July, like normal, right after the 4th of July. We were always like that first or second Saturday after the 4th of July. It was a great time because, again, it helped out the tourism industry here because that's the height of hurricane season. So our event was great for the hotels and the bars and the restaurants.
Yeah, we always booked July in New Orleans because it's the month that's the slowest for the hotel industry. It's when we could get the best rates as a nonprofit.
It's not a lie. We will be back in person as of right now next year at the Higgins Hotel.
All right, Lee Zorich was wrong, although he was closer than I thought. It's 9:30, 2.5 hours. Let's see. You ready to say goodnight?
I guess so.
Anything else we need to say? No, look. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
Have a great night. Good night, everybody. Thanks again to Loyola.